welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a good one. The mics seem to be working today. Let's get a test from the party. There was a Windows/OBS update. Someone say something.
Something!
There we go. Okay. That's working. We do have a slight change I do have to go through right now. It's very important. And by that, I mean I need to update this overlay. So Ryan is no longer Vitekorl for the day. He is now Olga, the barbarian. Very exciting.
Olga's here!
Oh, cannot wait. Welcome in, though, everyone. I hope you're having a good one. Stormy, I sees you popping in bright and early. Kieran as well. Olga, you have advantage from Kieran. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Ryan. Appreciate you. You beautiful, beautiful soul. Aves with the subby. Much love to you, homie. JTB as well. Love you muchly. Everyone else came by. Calf Zom, you guys are the best. I love every one of you. Alice. I think that about covers it. If I missed you, let me know. Otherwise, welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. Nice weather check. Solid. That could have been so much worse. They already have to lug Vitekorl through like several hundred kilometers of forest. You're just gonna make it harder for him. And you know what? I am here for it. In terms of announcements, nothing really new or exciting going on my end of things. I am taking a little break from the day-to-day streaming stuff. While I'm dealing with being busy at work and all that shit. So we're just going to be doing the Mondays and every other weekend with JT and Chris for Baldur's Gate when we have the opportunity. If we have the opportunity. It's going to be a pretty busy couple weeks, but we will keep you posted. We'll keep you updated. The lights turn on. There we go. I was having trouble with that this morning, and now they reconnected, so I love that. Welcome in. Have you tried any of the new classes yet? I have not. We'll do that next time we die and have to start our run over again. Speaking of which, JT, you and I need to sit down and go through the spinny wheels to update them so we have proper spinny wheels for when shit goes askew. Real quick, I want to pass the floor over to our new friend, Olga. Ryan, why don't you say hello? Give us a little spiel. What you got going on in the little purple house? Thank you again for the raid.
Thank you very much, darling, for receiving us, degenerates. I love you all. Thank you so much,
You're the only degens I want.
It's right, baby. 400th episode was amazing. It was awesome just hanging in chat and just watching the clips for hours. And I've been having a lot of fun playing Mystria. I've been doing a lot of different wild, wacky things. Come on over and see me sometime.
Wild and wacky? You? Never.
It's a good Christian Minecraft server.
Oh, no.
Amazing grace.
All right. That being said, it got real religious in here real fast. Dusty, what's new with you, buddy?
Same old stuff, you know. Stop by the Apothecary and Purple House music channels if you want to see anything. I haven't uploaded anything in a while. I've been practicing Nightwish, so that's been
I'm excited.
Most of my time. Hard to record when I'm not confident in it yet.
You'll get there. It's not easy. It's a struggle.
But you gotta get there.
We'll get there.
Zombie, I would love to make a demon-voiced bard at some point. I don't know what some kind of
tiefling who sings an infernal. Easily done.
Yeah.
Easily done. You have a black metal tiefling. There you go.
Enchanted lute that makes metal sounds.
Yeah, somehow it has thaumaturgy like permanently enchanted into the lute, and we have created musical distortion. It's gonna be a thing. You have a fucking thaumaturgy pedal you bring with you when you tour. You just kick that shit on when you're ready.
Fucking playing "Bleed" by Meshuggah.
I'd be here for that. You could be like the dude in Mad Max who's strapped to the speaker truck, just fucking getting
Yes!
It's my favorite part of that goddamn movie. If we ever do a Descent into Avernus campaign, that should be your character. I will allow thaumaturgy for that one specific thing. It's like how I allowed one of the kids I play D&D with at work to activate thaumaturgy to play Dream On at maximum volume while he falls to his death from a cliff. Because he thought that was funny, so that's a thing.
That is funny. That's amazing. How old was this kid?
Yeah, he's a teenager, late teenager.
Still though, that's so creative.
I
They're
don't
gonna go
actually
places.
know off the top of my head. I haven't worked with them in a minute. I work with like
That's still so
10
good. I
other
love
kids.
that.
Yeah,
I've never
no, it's
thought
great.
to do that.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that idea.
Don't steal idea from the kids I work with. That's fucked up, dude. They've gone through
I know,
enough.
and that's why I'm doing it.
They've been through enough, Ryan.
So they can handle one more.
Now, if
The kids
If I'm
yearn
gonna
for the
fall-
mines.
They yearn for the mines.
if I'm gonna fall off a cliff and die in game, I'm definitely just gonna sing Creed. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge.
Did Jenna
I've
ever
always been a
send
fan
you...
of Free Falling.
That's a good one. Did Jenna ever send you the video where it's Creed, but if the video actually sounded like the way it was filmed?
Yeah,
Because that was
so-
brilliant. Too good. Very stone groupy. I mean, yeah, you know what to expect. We may as well just be a stoner D&D channel at this point. Last but not least, Chris, what do you got going on? What's new? There you go.
Not that much.
You could like say hello, introduce your character,
Yeah.
anything, you know, just hello. There.
Yeah, I'm playing Xechas, the reborn, undead, technically artificer. It's got some real cool shit going on.
Fair. And Ryan, why don't you give us a little insight into Olga? What's her deal? Give us a little bit.
Well, I'm sort of letting Olga kind of tell us who she is. You know, I didn't think too much about her personality until she gets talking and gets moving with the people. However, I will say, her one goal is to find her wife. She's not married, but she's just looking for her wife.
Oh, she's on the lookout. Okay.
Yeah, that's her parents said that you must find a wife. They were talking to her brother, but she just thought they were talking to her too. Other than that, she's very strong. She likes to throw things she doesn't need to just to show off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about
I
it.
love it.
She's
So-
very sweet.
For anyone who wasn't here last week, before I get to the recap, unfortunately, Ryan's character, Chris's mic is very mobile, so it changes every time. For your context, he's at 150% in the Discord channel right now.
I moved it closer to my mouth. Is that any better? Interior crocodile, alligator, I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Still just a little. You could go up just a little bit more and be on the same level as everyone else, but you're at least close
I
enough
drive a
now that I'm not
Chevrolet
too worried
movie
about-
theater.
There we go. He's very quiet. That too.
I got it.
There you go.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. That'll be in my head all day now.
so-
Thanks, Chris.
For context, for anyone who wasn't here last week, Ryan, yet again, for the second time in 15 sessions, contracted a plague of some kind and ended
I like
up
to
in a
touch the
coma.
stove.
So instead of having Ryan miss an entire session, which would suck ass, because like we're all here to see Ryan. That's why the only reason I keep showing up is Ryan.
Mondays are the only thing keeping me alive.
I'm
let me
literally
be-
here hoping for a nip slip, and every time I don't get one, I question whether or not I even want to stream D&D next. Ah! Okay, we're good. Thank you, sir. Your mic that's so strategically placed. I love it. Stay within TOS. It's great. It's amazing. That's fucking awesome.
Chat's getting cooked by the mic. Crazy.
So, I
Windows
offered
update reset my
audio.
Discord
That would
stuff.
make sense. Yeah, you're
We're
coming in
good.
a little better now. Okay. Hello,
I
Chowder.
don't have a way to enlarge this,
Jeez.
but
We're
this is
enlarging.
how that made me feel. I wish I could enlarge it. I
There you
need
go.
bits.
Right.
That is how that made
Cured.
me feel.
That's how it works, I see. Welcome in. How you doing? Leave that pinned the whole stream, please.
I was like, that's getting pinned.
Set that to the whole stream. Let's unpin after manually or until end of stream. There we go. That stays up forever. So that's basically where we're at. Instead of missing Ryan, I offered him an opportunity. You moved your camera, Chris. How dare you? I offered Ryan an opportunity to play Olga, the lovely lumberjack lady who be just the most swole person we've ever seen, including Vitekorl. So we're very excited to have them. With that being said, let's get into a recap and move this along. Last week, the party spent a little time wandering around the cottage, finding some fresh herbs to make a kind of herbal remedy for the sickness which Vitekorl had contracted through his combat with a number of drowned. Unfortunately, Despite your efforts the following morning when he woke up, you found that not only had the boils on his face and chest spread, mostly covering him head to toe, he also sat up and immediately fell backwards into a coma, almost as quickly as he had arisen. Without many other options and basically stranded in the middle of the Forest of Avinar, Dusty, you decided to run ahead to your goal, the lumber mill at Laravos Lake, and making some pretty good time along the way, encountered a number of soldiers who had apparently been stationed there, forming somewhat of a blockade around this small lumber town. You realized that these forces were sent from the same place as you and were very much there in case your quest did not go as planned. Unfortunately, with the sickness of your friend on your mind, you kind of chose to prioritize things and went in and sought help the best you could. You managed to make contact with a few individuals in town, including the butler of one Garros Brind, got it right, who, in turn for, a sit down and chat and a potential peaceful ending to the rising hostilities, offered you a horse and cart to go pick up your friend and bring them back before negotiations could begin. It was also revealed that they had been dealing with a number of these creatures themselves, and another number of inhabitants of the village had also fallen sick. Made your way back to the small shed or camp where your party was waiting for you, and with mostly effort from only one of you, I believe Dusty, Xechas getting a natural 1 on that one, managed to load Vitekorl a little ungracefully into your wagon or your carriage, and you brought them back to Lake Laravos, where there was still a blockade waiting for you. You sat down and had a brief conversation with the de facto mayor of the town, Garros, who informed you that while it was regrettable that he had to seek outside allegiances from his current contractual obligations, he was doing so out of the need for protection for his people, which was not being provided by Fort Mismere as promised. You, in turn, offered to help instead, provided he put an end to the hostilities, which he did, following a successful persuasion roll from Dusty. Very well done for the not charisma character. That was perfect. Very snaps for Dusty.
We don't have a charisma.
We don't. Yeah, there is no face. It's a party without a face. But you're a cat, and cats are cute, so it's fine. You have that going for you.
I'm kind of charisma-y, but I'm not exactly ready to talk right now.
Yeah, not in your current state.
We both have a +1, I think. That's it.
I sometimes pretend to, but I have a -1.
The boils also affected your charisma score, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, it brought me to 0. That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm still persuasive, but
persuasive, just not as good anymore. Not as much. So
help me, or I'll boil all over you.
All of that being said, agreements were reached, and you decided that the best course of action was to deliver the word of more or less surrender, or at least intent to no longer seek outside allegiance, back to Fort Mismere along with your friend. You were offered the help of the town, and they sent 4 rather husky-looking lumberjacks, woods people, to come help you. That group being, of course, Olga, who you see now played by Ryan Sarka, Gunter, and, of course, Bob. With that, the 4 of you kind of made a quick, or the 7 of you made a quick introduction near the center of town, went into what used to be a fairly thriving temple is now more or less a hospital, and offered to do what you could to bring back herbs, medicinal supplies for the individuals who were sick there, provided you could get Vitekorl home safely. I believe the plan
I forgot I bought something for this. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Go for it. I believe the plan was to seek the help of a certain alcoholic cleric formerly played by Kieran in the party. So we will see how that Mein Gustav. It didn't. Somebody prayed. We had someone actually pray. We had a prayer from Dusty the first time in his life, I believe that was. So all in all, a pretty eventful session in which Ryan got to say like 2 lines before falling into a coma about 10 minutes in, which I'm sorry you had to sit there and do nothing the whole session, but
it was fun. It was fun. I got to be a spectator. It was awesome.
Oh my God. That was really good times. I'm so sorry. That's of all the things that could have happened, doing 1 more damage than your max HP on that roll was not expected.
Meant to be.
That's accurate, Kieran, most likely. That's up to you, though. We're going to discuss that, and we're going to see what you can potentially do for the party, who seem to be in dire need. But we ended last session with you 4 standing in the, for lack of a better term, town square, discussing your plans with Olga and company, and that is where we are going to pick up today. So as I said, you're kind of greeted by these 4 massive hulking woodsmen, arguably bigger than some of the biggest people you've ever seen, including Vitekorl, who is kind of just laying in the cart behind you at the moment. You do know that there is no road between here and Fort Mismere. The water's unsafe and the forest is unsafe, so you have some decisions to make. But you have help carrying your massive Goliath friend for nothing else. So, what do you want to do?
Oh, well, I must say I feel a fair bit safer traveling with these rather large people. It's a pleasure.
They seem quite capable to me, for sure. It's, I mean, I don't know if all 4 of you are planning to carry him, or if you're gonna take shifts, or how are you planning that?
Carry? You need carry now?
Well, I don't. Our buddy does, in the cart.
You see a big, muscular gray arm kind of hanging out the back of a cart.
Olga, fix! And Olga's just gonna go over and just try and pick up by themselves, just like Princess Carrie, but like not like right close to the body. I want him to be kind of out, so it's gonna be a real tough pull.
Okay, roll me an athletics check to try to lift the sheer girth of Vitekorl by yourself.
Okay, 23 or...
Ooh.
Okay, 23.
23 is, I would say, enough. He's quite hefty, but you are quite strong and have been hauling lumber your entire life at this point. You definitely have the strength needed to pull this off. It's not an easy feat, and you kind of struggle a little bit, but you manage to get him out of the cart and just kind of holding him in the air. You do start to feel the burn in your arms, and you imagine this is something you could not do by yourself for more than a minute or so. Like your arms starting to shake a little.
Perhaps if you like throw him over your shoulders, and then I can perhaps secure him with a rope, like a large backpack type of deal. Might be easier.
Olga, yes, Olga understand. Oh, just gonna cut.
Olga, we thought of this. You hear Bob kind of pipe up from the back, and Bob just kind of pulls out this wooden, almost looks like a stretcher, but it's something used to just haul logs on between 2 people. That looks like it is likely big. We brought from house, remember?
Right. I did forget. We did talk about.
It was your idea, Olga. It was your idea.
I said we move like log. Oh yeah, that's right. We did say we move like log.
Oh, you thought move like log over shoulder. Misunderstanding.
I honestly, Olga just want to show off.
I mean, it is quite impressive. You're rather strong.
Thank you. I'm not interested for marriage, but thank you for compliment.
Xechasmeno looks wildly confused by that statement.
But
does not know how to take compliment. Don't worry about it.
Who compliment Olga? Let's put body on stretcher. Whoop.
The stretcher's just like on the ground, just donk, slam fucking Vitekorl down, kind of splays out, one arm just hanging in the mud. Bob reaches down, he's like, let me fix. And he kind of tucks the arms at either side, so Vitekorl's just kind of awkwardly, barely sitting on this thing. What's up, Rusty?
When you lift him up, then I can wrap some rope around him so that he doesn't fall off easily.
Good idea.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. You
Dusty
get feet, I
slaps,
get arm.
Xechas's shoulder and kind of jokingly just, don't worry, bud, you'll get the next one. About the marriage comment.
Doesn't say anything.
Well, would you guys prefer trying to take the water? I know it's more dangerous, or I thought the plan was to go through land, but really up to you guys.
But I don't know if we have a boat capable of carrying everybody.
I barely fit a normal size boat. Olga definitely.
Say, with their size,
we sink boat.
We ain't got a boat.
So I think overland is the best option this time.
We carry through woods.
Yeah.
We'll do our damnedest to keep you all safe.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're quite capable of that ourselves. We're very, very good at making things disappear.
Oh, good.
I have no idea what she's talking about. But we are very good with X.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we make tree disappear? I understand. Miscommunication again. We're just not on the same level today. We make trees disappear. Make forest disappear, one tree at a time. I understand.
Are any of you
understand what?
Firearm shy?
What is firearms?
A gun.
What is gun?
He holds the rifle out as he plants.
Oh,
that thing.
Olga remembers. You remember Big Man who had something similar. It was very, very large. Olga's talking about a cannon. Olga, see it took actually 2 of them, I think, to move. It was kind of the same.
Yeah, same, but much bigger. Much bigger.
Right. What was bigger?
It's going to be a long trip. Perhaps we leave soon.
Yes, the sooner the better.
Make the most of the daylight, yes.
Oh, we're moving the body like a log. Olga gets it. That was a good idea.
It was your idea, Olga?
Oh!
I just share a bit of a longing look with
Okay, we carry in shift. Me go first. Bob goes to the front and lifts, like grabs either side and gets ready to lift and just looks around expectantly at any of the other 3 giant woodsmen here with him. He's like looking at Olga.
Oh, shoot.
Wanted to show off for people.
Right.
Jesus.
Was looking at sky, trying to count clouds again. Oh.
What number did you get to this time?
2.
Oh, good job. That's 1 more than last time.
I know.
I'm very proud of you.
Why?
Just lift the giant gray. Just lift giant gray man. Oh my god.
Got it. Lifting.
They just lift and kind of like hold it like you'd basically carry a medical stretcher. No issue whatsoever between the 2.
Rope around him and just to secure him onto the board.
Good idea. If snows, we use a sled.
Oh, that would be fun.
And quick.
Yes.
It'd probably be a bit messy with all the,
Where is your sense of adventure?
boils.
Anyway.
Could use like grease trap. We could slide on boils.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it done.
Not boil slide. Oh no.
Yeah, it could work. I think it could work. We could use it.
I don't think I want to see
like
that
petroleum jelly, Woo!
I'm gonna operate with the assumption that you guys are probably okay with loud noises.
Yes.
And the firearm comment will just be swept under the rug for that.
I absolutely am okay. Axe make big boom. Trees fall. Ooh, bam.
Three boom.
Damn.
Three make
Yeah.
boom when fall. True.
It's
Unless
true,
it fall
it's
on
true.
friend like it did to Bob's brother last week, and then it just make crunch.
That
Oh,
was
no.
very sad.
I'm so sorry.
I did not want to marry him, but I still liked him.
My condolences.
That's fair. Yes, he's my brother. Very sad. Bob refers to himself in third person lots of time. Let's go. He takes like 2 steps and then
that was
stops.
Bob talking the whole time.
That was literally Bob the whole time. Why'd you give Bob disadvantage? Fuck you, Karen. Wow, that's just me.
Just Bob, not the DM. Just Bob.
He got disadvantage from the fucking aneurysm Olga gave him,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I'm dying. I'm
Okay.
actually dying.
He goes
My
like 2
ADHD
steps
has come to
and
life.
looks back. He's like, "Who lead the way? We good
I
in
can,
forest, but it's a long trip. We need someone to take point."
I'm decent at tracking and keeping my bearings.
Okay, you lead. Remember, Olga, when
Yeah.
carrying wood, find rhythm, stick with it. Okay?
Right. Sing song in head.
You remember song, yes?
Yes, absolutely. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row your boat and it's gently down and then rolling boats and streams.
Perfect.
Row, 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 you row, 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 you row, 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 you
stuck on
row,
loop.
row, row.
Someone
row,
flick
you
in
row,
forehead.
row,
She's stuck
row,
on loop.
row.
Good.
Merrily, 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 merrily.
We've only managed to teach one song.
At
Alright,
least
fine.
she's doing her best.
We carry in shifts. Lead the way.
Whew.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
activate my armor and take the lead with Dusty.
Okay. You guys begin kind of making your way out the northwestern side of town, kind of more northwest. And as you're actually getting past the governor's mansion, you see a man in a T.T.C. officer's uniform. Definitely appears to be an officer of some kind of just not like the regality of his outfit. He has like a little extra shine to it. There's gold trim on the shoulders and markings of a higher ranking officer in the military. As you're passing, he says, "Stop right there."
Olga looks very scared.
Because I immediately stop.
No,
And where-
don't sweat it. We'll handle this.
He kind of walks up to you with the haughty nature of someone who is very likely born into the company. You've kind of dealt with these people before. Has a very thin black mustache and a beard that kind of comes down to a point. Short hair that's been brushed back and kind of oiled so it sticks very tightly to his head as he makes his way over to you. "I understand that you were the T.T.C. representative sent from Fort Mistmere. What do you think you are doing making deals in my town without first consulting with me? Hmm?
This is your town?
He looks at the guards on the tower and kind of points to them. "For the moment, yes. And I don't appreciate freelancers coming in here and making deals with the mayor behind my back."
Well, we spoke to people at your forward camp along the road.
"Yes.
They did not mention you in the slightest. That's why we thought we were to talk to them instead, so...
Well, believe me, they shall be reprimanded. But I would like to know the particulars of your deal and how it pertains to the company. Has he decided to cooperate, or is he, choosing to make more problems for us?"
We have reached an agreement where he has decided to cut any talkings he may have had with anyone else and continue to work with Fort Mistmere without question.
On what
The
condition?
condition is that we come back and deal with the drown problem that they've been having. The zombie things from the water.
We've been here a week, not even. Been here a couple days, I'm sorry. I mixed up my time. No, he kind of just looks at you and says, well, I haven't seen anything coming out of the water per se, but I have heard these silly peasant superstitions about it. The people who are sick are merely sick as a result of their own uncleanliness.
Well, given the fact that we have dealt with them personally, I can vouch.
You'd put your reputation on that.
I would indeed. And he's going to lift his shirt where the gash is still at. I got the scars from them myself.
And your blue friend, I assume he's also been stricken with this plague?
Indeed, that's why we're heading through the woods.
He kind of backs up a little and pulls a cloth out of his pocket and kind of holds it up to his mouth. You kind of hear him taking a scent of it, and you being close enough kind of scent like a little bit of perfume almost coming off of it, just like some kind of pleasant smell that he uses to just kind of waft in when he's around the sick and dying.
If it helps, I can show you, and I'll go and lift his face cover off.
He, at this point, holds it up to his face to, like, literally cover and act as some kind of protection, as if that would do any good. And you're taking him where, exactly?
Back to our home.
Through the forest?
Yeah.
With word that the mission has been a success, I presume.
Yes, we have a letter written to deliver to Fort Mismere.
Well, I can see you're traveling without protection. Well.
Oh no, that's not quite correct. We are the protection.
Well, I would feel much more comfortable knowing that this important information is being protected by the company as well. So I'll be sending 4 of my men with you to ensure it makes its safe arrival. And to ensure that these 4, and he looks over to the lumber workers, don't give you any problems. They've proven to be a rowdy bunch.
They seem to be just fine with us, but if it makes you feel more comfortable.
Give it time. He kind of looks over at the 4 of you, Olga. You kind of feel his gaze just kind of searing into you. Whether or not you make eye contact's up to you, but he clearly lingers on you for a moment before looking back. Wait here. I will send 4 of my best with you.
Sure.
He turns back for a second. And next time, make sure you seek out the commanding officer before you start coming into town making deals with the mayor. Please. And thank you. Just as a professional courtesy between a freelancer and a company man. You understand.
Cool, so it won't happen again.
Good. He holds his perfumed cloth again up to his face as he kind of walks past the stretcher, we'll call it, on which Vitekorl currently finds himself. He leaves, and in a few minutes you see 4 company soldiers all walking towards you with muskets on their shoulders, clearly geared out for travel. Just 4 kind of younger gentlemen. They look like they're very fresh recruits. There's a little bit of air of unease. They see the lumber workers, and they're kind of eyeing them suspiciously, and the youngest, or the oldest looking of them, kind of light blonde haired man with a bit of a brown beard that's kind of just beginning to come through, walks up. I understand we're traveling with you, then.
Oh, yes, should be a rather easy journey. We're a large group now, so I doubt we'll be bothered much.
Here's hoping. I am Sergeant Phillips, and these are my men. You can feel free to introduce yourself at any point, but as it stands now, we're here to make sure you and that letter you're carrying makes it safely to Fort Mismere. I expect we shouldn't have many problems along the way, but if we do, 4 more guns couldn't hurt. I see you're carrying as well. Company trained?
Not exactly. My father was part of the company. took his old musket when he disappeared. Taught myself until, well, a friend showed me how to better work it.
Hopefully we have no cause to see how skilled you are with it or not.
I'm hoping for a smooth trip.
Lead the way. I'll set up someone at the point and someone at the rear, and then we'll cover the two sides and keep an eye out.
Great.
Sounds like a plan.
Took us probably 2 days of heavy marching through the woods, so looks like we might have a bit of a long journey ahead. Oh, it's the hand of God.
The claw.
The claw. He takes point at the front of the group just behind Dusty to kind of keep an eye on things up there. Two of the other men go to the sides and kind of filter out as you start making your way out of town, and then one person just kind of takes up the rear. You notice they're all kind of watching inward. The four lumber workers that you brought with you seem to be in their sights pretty frequently. But with that, the group of you now quite large at this point, 11 strong, I believe, plus one semi-conscious, comatose Goliath in the
11
mix.
and a half.
11 and a half. Feel like he's 3/4 with his size. He's
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's pretty big. Like, hey, what's up, Insomnia? Welcome in, buddy.
Hey,
Right.
baby, thank you for the advantage.
Olga has 2 advantages. Let's go. Bob has...
I used one to pick up Vitekorl.
True. Oh, you were showing off. I love that for you.
Yeah, I was.
So, together you all leave the town, kind of leaving this small lakeside lumber village behind you. And making your way into the Forest of Avinar. Deep, snowy woods. Very similar to what you've spent most of your time in around the island, Dusty. But there's a little bit more of a
my armor.
condensed nature to it. It feels very dense. And Xechas, you activate your armor as you make your way into the forest. So I need from you, Dusty, a survival check to just try to find a path through this frozen over wood where there is no path ever trod.
All right, Forest.
Screw. Thank God for advantage. That was good. Oh no. Okay, no work emails. Whew. I am on call for work right now, Ryan. You weren't here when I said that, so there's potential chance of me just having to go to break screen in a hurry if I get a work call, but we'll just play that as it comes. I get to do on call once every 3 weeks. It's kind of a pain in my ass, but here we are. So with Dusty kind of leading the way, trying to find not even so much the quickest route at this point, but the most easy to traverse route in terms of just ground cover and overall flatness, as you guys are actively carrying this large, heavy person in between the two of you, managing to do so fairly easily and kind of carving a pretty weaving, meandering path through the forest here, making your way between the trees and rocks as you do so, kind of making pretty good time around the, I'd say, 2-hour mark. You start to feel the burn. Let's roll a Constitution save for Bob and Olga, just to see how we're doing under the strain of the... I'm at disadvantage. Ooh, that's Kieran's disadvantage for Bob. I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Plus 3.
20 and a 9. I'm good with a 20.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way through the forest, you start to notice Bob is starting to breathe quite heavily. There's just kind of a little bit of sweat beginning to just dampen the back of the light leather cap he's wearing, and he's kind of... every few minutes he kind of stumbles a little over something and lets a little bit of the weight down. He, by about the 2-hour mark, it gets just completely burnt out and kind of has to put a knee down. He's like, I need a minute.
Olga, take over, don't worry. And I put my hand on his shoulder while I say that, and I haven't said a word, and I haven't put my eyes off the ground this whole time, and just, oh, take over, and she's gonna take both sides and just lift up. You take a break. We keep moving.
You helped me hold 2 hours. We get other 2 people to carry it. We brought 4 of us.
I help. Keep moving. Company watching.
Okay.
Company time.
Okay. Fuck. It always gets so weird around the company. God damn it. All right.
Olga.
Why don't you let the two fresh carry it?
Yes, I think
Is
that's
that
probably
all
for
right?
the best.
Would that be all right?
The
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Sergeant comes over. Is there a problem? Why'd we stop?
No problem, no
Uh,
problem. Olga carry.
Olga, no. It's all right. We can switch. It's fine. The other two can take over. They're getting tired. We're going to switch the pair around.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's hurry it up. It's cold out here. It's a long trip.
Right.
Kind of just bundles up, leaves it at that. You see him kind of got his arms crossed pretty tightly. Sarka and Gunther come over. One of them puts a very large hand on your shoulder, Olga. You look over and see the kind of friendly, kind of boyish face of Gunther. Still quite young, but absolutely massive. It's fine, we got this.
Thank you, Gunther.
They both, that was nice.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good candy somewhere. They both grab aside and kind of relinquish you of your duties. And as you let the cart go, even with the save, you feel the burn in your shoulders and your arms, and you probably could have carried it for quite a while longer, but you feel a little relieved to have a bit of a break, even though that relief quickly dissipates when you see the company men all kind of eyeing you, as they tend to do. You see Sergeant Phillips just make his way kind of further ahead where you were going and turn expectantly, waiting for you.
Olga, stay at back. Watch out for things to attack. Olga, make sure no one will get hurt. Takes out a tiny hand axe and just goes to the back and stands there just like this.
All right, let's go.
Gunther and Sarka just pick up right behind you, carrying the same speed. You travel for another couple hours or so. They manage to keep up a little better. They don't get tired quickly, or quite as quickly as Bob. And around the 4-hour mark, you all start to realize that it is quite chilly out here, and you're bundled up. I need Constitution saves from everybody, as you have just traveled 4 hours in the extreme cold.
1. Yeah.
At advantage, because you all bought winter clothes, technically, but you all succeeded anyway.
I don't
Doesn't
think
matter.
I can get much better.
You can do better than that. No, I'm kidding.
Hold on, 2 in a row?
If you're gonna burn it.
Close.
Still quite good.
Close.
Yep.
So between all of you, I'll just quickly roll for the guys. All very good.
Fuck yeah.
Sergeant Phillips. Oh shit.
Oh, he's gonna turn to a little bitch, isn't he?
Also Bob. Oh damn. Okay.
That's my Bobby.
Bob is looking rough. So Bob and
Bob
Sergeant Phillips. No, he's not. He's just a big ass human.
Oh.
Yeah, none of these people are Goliaths. They're Goliath in stature, but not in species or race. They're just fucking big. But you see Bob is like kind of just slogging his way through as best he could, struggling to keep up. He's breathing heavily. There's sweat just on his brow at all times, even in the cold. And he's just breathing and chugging right along. So him and Sergeant Phillips each take a point of exhaustion. And same thing from Sergeant Phillips. You see him kind of like fix his pack up, and he's kind of holding on to it, but even his footsteps are starting to get a little heavy, and it looks like 2 of your group have taken some points of exhaustion there. You guys continue through the day?
At one point, Olga just kind of starts weaving through the group with her hands held together, no hand axe in it, and just going, got to keep our strength up, and just gonna put a hand out to everyone with a handful of berries, and there's 10 berries in it, and just giving it out to each one. Just eat, make sure good, feel good.
Are these those berries? Very good. Bob just grabs one from your hand and pops it in his mouth. Kind of perks up a little bit. I don't believe it cures the point of exhaustion, but he kind of livens up a little bit.
You need to eat food today.
Very filling, thank you. You see the company men kind of lingering on the sides, watching you hand out food, and a couple of them are
She gets to every time she gets to one of them, she like almost does a full one knee bow.
They each just grab one. Sergeant Phillips, kind of as you go over to him. What? Why are you bowing? Thanks.
Respect.
I mean, you just fed. You don't have to bow. It's creeping me out. Could you stop? No? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I already had one. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
I took one.
Oh,
Here.
okay. Sure.
Okay.
Once there's all 10 are gone, there's 11 people, so she just looks down and just.
Kind of looks over to you, Dusty. She okay?
One thing, apologies. One thing Olga would have seen specifically is that when Dusty grabbed the berry, he put it in his pack.
Oh yeah.
Like he dropped it in a bag instead of eating it himself. I think she has some. She's probably had some rough dealings with all that's happened recently.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Just wanted to make sure we're all good.
You want a torture? You seem a little chilly.
I'm just cold and tired. I'm not, I'll be kind of walking along as you're leading the way through the woods. You're all weaving through the trees, kind of crunching through the snow together. I'll be honest, I'm not used to leaving the fort too much. We've haven't had much cause to go out, and we just got put under the good captain's command, and well, you met him. He's a friendly fellow. So just, a little out of my comfort zone right now. I'll be honest, I'm happy to get away from over there. It was getting a little tense for my liking. I wasn't looking particularly forward to fighting a bunch of lumber workers with axes. I feel like that would be a pretty messy day.
Yeah, well, you were probably in the minority of that thought process. I met quite a few of them that were real about it.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably the only sergeant in the group who is a little more sympathetic, but I also used to work at the lumber mill in Fort Mismere, so maybe I just understand these people a little bit. I don't like that she's afraid of me, though. That feels bad. I guess company affiliation has its benefits as much as it has its negatives these days, eh?
I mean, me or Xechas could probably have a chat, maybe see if we can calm her a bit.
No, don't worry about it. As long as she's, not freaking out and running off into the woods every time I try to speak to her, I think we'll be okay.
Fair enough. No, that's why we wanted to see to the job ourselves.
No, that's fair.
We wanted the people at the town safe just as much as, avoiding bloodshed in general.
I can get behind that. How much longer we got today? Just out of curiosity. Just if I was a wandering man,
Well, I can climb up one of the trees, see how much light we got left. It is starting to get a little dimmer.
It's a little past midday, I'd say. I got a couple more hours in me. I just wanted to know. Not used to this.
You just, you let us know when you need to stop. We can take whatever rest we need.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll follow your lead for now. He kind of bundles up a little,
right.
Kind of cinches the jacket up a little, puts his hand under his armpits. Continues following you. How long are you guys planning to travel today is really the only question. Are you trying to do a whole 8 hours? If you do, you'll have to see if you face another potential wave of exhaustion. But other than that, it's up to you guys how long you want to travel. The weather is quite plain. Kieran rolled a very low weather check. So it is cold, it is winter, but there's no, a particular large amount of wind or snow or anything falling. It's the occasional, light snowflake kind of drifting in front of you on your trail or something. So it's up to you guys.
I think Dusty was planning on going until it got, quite dim under the trees. Because he can see, but he knows that the the lumber workers are human.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, he
And
assumes they're human because they look.
No, they
like
are.
using
They
the
all
dark.
very much human. No, like half elven ears or anything. They all appear to be very, very much human. At this point, it's still probably like no later than mid-afternoon because you guys did a bunch of talking in the morning and discussing things with everyone, waiting on folks to gather up and everything. So, by this point, I would say it's like you could travel into the night a decent little chunk, but you wouldn't be risking traveling too long in the dark. So full 8 hours. That's what I'm understanding there. I need another set of Constitution saves from everybody. I will roll the 3 for the army dudes. And 1 for Bob. He's good. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. Gunther. Gunther, no.
The lumberjacks have a hard stop on their constitution here.
Everyone below a 10 gains a point of exhaustion from this. So Sergeant Phillips is at 2. And like at a certain point you start to notice Gunther beginning to falter. Your lumber workers, your body carriers are all starting to feel the wear and tear, it seems, by this point, by the end of a good 8 hours. And by the time you like walk back up to check on Sergeant Phillips, you see he's like huddled right up. His cheeks are bright red. The end of his nose is bright red, starting to turn a little white at the tip. There's frost that's kind of just gathered a little bit around his eyes, and he's looking like he's pretty worse for wear in the cold right now. As you kind of walk past up to him, you know, when you're talking about me just letting you know when I'm good to stop, I'm good. Any time now, be fine.
Yeah, I was taking a look around. It seems like there's a lot of people starting to get tired. So yeah.
Yeah.
We can sit them down. I can get a fire going.
I haven't actually managed to turn around in a minute. Heat show. Oh yeah, we look like shit. Okay, yeah. We need to find somewhere to camp. If you find a spot, my boys can get camp set up real quick while someone works on the fire. Holy shit.
All right, yeah, I'll take a look around real quick.
Yeah, please. He goes over, you guys all kind of gather. They put Vitekorl down at this point. You kind of all stand in a group. Sergeant Phillips is shivering quite heavily. So is Gunther and Bob. Both appear to be pretty worse for wear. Everyone else seems mostly fine, though, except for Dusty and Xechas. So you each take a point of exhaustion. Enjoy that.
Do my mechanical bits get affected at all?
Yeah,
by
a
this
little.
extreme cold?
Like your arm feels like it's moving a little more stiffly and not as fluid as it usually does. You're still able to move it. You're not suffering any penalties, but you're starting to feel kind of the effects of that on yourself. Also, the fact that it is metal inside of you, as the arm gets colder, so too does all of the parts that are touching it. So you, over the course of the time, just begin freezing as well. And of course, Olga, you also take a point of exhaustion as the cold begins to start affecting you as well. So, Dusty, I need a survival from you to try to find a safe camping spot. Okay.
23.
Easy enough.
Nice.
Oh god, yeah, speed halved. Oof. So you kind of leave the group and kind of set off around the perimeter, trying to find anywhere you think would be safe to camp, somewhere that either has a lot of tree cover or a large boulder that you could set the tents up near to try and get a little bit of just protection from what little bit of wind there is in case it were to pick up off the bay to the north of you. You kind of have an idea where the wind's going to be coming from, at least, which is good at this point. Takes you a little bit, but you manage to find just kind of like a number of large boulders that have kind of just been scattered about through the years, with a number of large trees growing around them. It's a little cramped. You kind of have to set the tents up in between the trees and next to the boulders and everything, so it's not like a nice cleared out camp in a clearing, but you do have a fairly functional place to set up the tents that you figure would be warm, easy enough to defend if you needed to. There's some cover set up for you. But other than that, that's probably about the best you find.
All right.
Nice.
Little frozen
I'll
creek
just
nearby you can get water from if you break through the ice type thing.
Go back and let the sergeant know.
At this point, I'm willing to trust your judgment. Let's go. Come on, boys.
Yep.
They look pretty rough. Looks at two of his guys. You don't look like you're doing so bad at all. And like one of them looks at me, he's like, "No, we're fine. We're used to it." He's like, "Good. Carry him." And he turns and like the two kind of look at each other and they're like, "Fine." And they go over and two of them manage to pick up Vitekorl on this stretcher between the two of them. They are trained military men. They do look a little on the older side out of the group as well, so they're probably at least well enough trained and, you know, hardy enough to manage carrying them to the camp. And you guys follow Dusty, eventually finding your way to this like semi-cleared out space with a number of boulders and a few large trees providing cover. And the sergeant looks at his guys once they get there and just, "Get the tent set up. They're going to work on the fire and the food situation. Make it snappy." I'm not kidding. He just goes and kind of leans up against a tree to put his just as much between him and the little bit of wind that there is. He just kind of sits there and rubs his hands together. Bob and Gunther, also not looking great, kind of huddle up next to a rock back to back, just as close as they can manage, trying to maintain some warmth between them.
As soon as Olga hears "make it snappy," she immediately takes out her hand axe and goes jumping towards sticks and branches and just hacking down kindling. Just Olga,
okay, this you're destroying our cover. It's fine. We'll just set the tents up on that side of the rock. God.
Olga, sorry, and she runs like 10-15 feet out. Just,
Perfect. Okay, that's good. She's hard worker. Roll me an athletics check, or athletic or acrobatics, your choice, but at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Got 16 and 12.
Okay, good enough. You managed to not only hack down some like small enough twigs and branches to like start the fire. You've managed to find some stuff that's dry enough to just pretty cold. Overall, a little bit of ice, so it's going to be a little difficult starting a fire, but you gather you get enough that you'll be able to do it after jumping into the kind of under branches of the trees and clearing those ones out. You lug them back to the camp despite your exhaustion and kind of lay them on the ground next to the rock waiting for someone else to get along to start the fire, unless you want to try it.
Oh, I sure do. And Olga just like dumps the sticks and immediately just starts to like mumble. Puts and then between her fingers, just a little eyeball is gonna kind of pop up, and it's just gonna blink, and then it'll produce flame. Just poof.
You have a mini Eye of Sauron?
I watched Lord of the Rings last night.
Nice.
High as hell.
I will be
I was like,
watching
I'm
it
gonna watch
tonight.
Lord of the
now.
Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Needs to
one?
happen. All of them in a
Yes.
row until 6 this morning when I go to bed for work.
I watched the third one. I was like, I'm just gonna
Good
watch
choice.
the third one.
Solid choice. Can't really go wrong. Dusty and Xechas, what do you guys do to help get the camp set up and running? Everyone's kind of taking on their own duties here. What does that look like for you guys?
I'm real good at setting up tents, so I'll set mine up last and help anyone else who needs help setting tents up.
Okay. Easily done.
I would go to the sergeant. Do you guys got a shovel or something?
Oh yeah, definitely. Standard kit. Bigsby, give me your little shovel. Oh. And the kind of the little smaller mousy looking fellow kind of comes over, hands you it. He's got like a very patchy beard growing, a little like not very good looking mustache. Here, take it.
Appreciated. I'm gonna go around, kind of make some snowbanks to hopefully cut down the wind even more.
Sergeant looks at you. Good idea. You know what? I could probably stand to get moving a little, so I'll help out. He kind of slings his pack off, rummages through it for his shovel that's tucked along the side, and comes with you. They're like kind of smaller, very almost like little spades at this point, but you manage to bring them along, and together the two of you kind of start piling like a little bit of dirt, rock, literally whatever you can find into a mound and shovel snow into it to create these little barriers. So I would say
Pack it all down.
just an athletics check to be shoveling a bunch of heavy snow and rock and stuff in the cold. I will say from Xechasmeno, just survival for your camp setup needs.
Got me a 9.
Oof. Disadvantage. Ha! You guys spend a good, like, 20, 30 minutes digging together, trying to build these structures up and everything. And then as you finish, you're like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then all of it just
unfortunately
kind of collapses on itself. Between the two of you, you just didn't get enough material there to build a solid, sturdy space. Damn, Xechasmeno.
9. No, ignore the 20. Unfortunately, I misclicked. It's a 9.
Okay.
It's not great.
You kind of go over to help the tents, the 4 or the 3 military dudes who are kind of handling it, kind of look over at you while they're doing it, like you've just come over and started trying to help them, but have made it more tedious and time consuming. And there's
no.
We've got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry. It's a different type of tent than mine.
It's cold fingers. Yeah, the sooner we get it done, the better. It's fine. Don't worry. If you have your own tent, you're free to set it up over there, away from us. And he just goes back to what he was doing and starts tying the tent up. Rough rolls, man. That cold exhaustion will get you.
Go do that.
Okay, so I'd say
looking at the pile. Well, at least you got to move a bit.
Yeah, I feel a little warmer. I feel better. Not by much, but yeah, warmer. That'll do, right? Like, I think this is good.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Good is okay. Yeah, someone want to camp by the pile? It's pretty good. Cool. All right. Okay, food. We have enough rations to feed basically everyone if you want. I've never found them to be particularly appetizing, but if you want, we can just do that. Unless anyone's particularly good at hunting.
Oh,
I mean, I'm alright at hunting.
Olga can hunt too.
Sounds like we got a pair.
Very well.
Okay.
If you wanna tag along, yeah?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Whatever the company wants. Okay.
What's up with that?
Who?
That.
This is a hand axe. I use it to chop things.
All right. Yeah.
Olga kill?
No. Who? What? No.
Animals, yes.
Animals. Yes. Sure.
Okay.
You
Just starts walking.
we're gonna talk later. Okay, she's gone.
I'll
I'll
have a chat.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to feel real guilty. I know I'm not trying to like order around or anything. Am I coming off like that? Like, am I coming off?
No, I think it's trauma.
Like a dick? Oh, okay. I mean, don't push it.
I
don't
want a
want
lot to do with everything.
Don't
happening.
push it. I don't want her to be uncomfortable, but we're here to protect them too. And he looks over at his guys who are still kind of eyeing the lumberjacks a little suspiciously, and you kind of sense just passively a little animosity there, and he kind of clocks it too. I'm here to protect them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well,
you're here.
They listen to me, so hopefully, they continue to do so. As long as I don't freeze to death, you shouldn't have any problems. Speaking of which, I'm gonna sit by the fire and warm up a little while you guys go deal with the hunting.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna go catch up to Olga. She's already kind of making her move.
Making a good clip.
Yes,
I'll see you, Kieran. Thanks for coming by, buddy.
I'm gonna
Love
cast
you, buddy.
Longstrider on myself.
Mm-hmm. Are you going hunting with Olga and Dusty? Okay, easily done.
I'm a sack of shit, but I'm gonna come keep him company.
That's fair.
Yay.
You kind of like bundle up as much as you can in your long leather coat and kind of make your way in after them.
Does anybody have a torch that I can borrow? Asking Dusty and Olga.
Yeah, here. He's gonna pull out his pack, reach in there,
Thank you.
grab out a torch, hand you it.
I'll grab it and kind of hold it up and firebolt it.
Oh! You can do what sort of... Oh, neat. That's very
Yes,
cool.
I noticed that. It's slightly different. I noticed that yours produces at a place of your choosing, but mine, I kind of shoot it like projectile.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bear helps me do all the cool stuff.
Oh. That kind
Yeah.
of reminds me of that kind of reminds me of our friend. The sleepy one.
The sleep... He knows Mr. Bear?
Sort of. It seems as if he can sort of become Mr. Bear.
He is Mr. Bear. Oh. That's
He's quite the Mr. Bear, but he can sure look like him.
Oh. That's neat. I wish I can act like Mr. Bear, and I can do little neat things because of Mr. Bear, and I'm talking too much. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not at all.
You don't have to stress it. It's fine.
I
Not
thought the
all of
company company time is company money. That's what they always say.
Well, me and Xechas here, we're not with the company.
Nope.
We have our own
But
company.
But I thought they said that you are part of... You're not part of the company. Oh, Olga likes you again. Oh, gee, Olga, okay. Oh, that makes me feel bad. You promise? You pinky promise, both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pinky promise.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I did. I really liked you. Not for marriage, obviously. But, I mean, it was a feeling that Olga was very, very attached to both of you. And when Olga heard you were part of the company, Olga got very sad. Oh.
We had to take a job to work with them, but we took it to try to do what we could to protect your people at the mill.
You work from the inside. You take out from inside. Oh, Olga likes that plan a lot. Can Olga be part of... Wait. Olga's scared of company. This is a difficult decision for Olga.
You don't have to make that decision right now. It's all right.
Okay, well, we can definitely... Let's bring back lots of food so the company likes us, and that way the company won't beat us senseless like they're known to do.
Oh yes, about that. Just so you know, the one that's in charge is... it turns out he's rather a nice fellow, and although he is part of the company, he's one of the good ones. The few.
Oh, you sweet metal man. You're so naive. It's so cute. I appreciate. They always say that they're nice first. And then they pull the wool under your butt.
I just mouthed to Dusty. How did she know?
It's,
all the metal creaking
Things are
sounds when your cold ass metal arm moves.
things can tend to be a little complex with individuals. I fully understand where you're coming from. The company is, for all intents and purposes, made up of really terrible people. But there are some people that are just drug in to try to make livings. I would just be cautious. But I will tell you that you don't have to be afraid of these people here. Me and Xechas will not let anything happen to any of you while we're around.
Olga gets a good feeling about you, too. Olga will trust you. Olga will trust that the company, this specific company, won't do bad things. I will trust you.
The one in charge probably won't. But if they do, he looks to Xechas. Well, we'll just say they got caught by a bear.
Yep.
And I know one hell of a bear. Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna just start running.
Let's go.
Not super fast, but I get it's running. And I want to try
You're at 2 exhaustion, right? Or just 1?
1.
Okay.
We're all at
So
one,
not
yeah.
super fast.
Except the sergeant.
I'm fine.
Yeah, but he's not with us.
And as I'm running, I just sort of do the same thing, just a whoop, whoop, whoop. And in between my eyes, this time it's a green eye, and it's just gonna blink. And then I just start, oh, hello, friends! Anybody out there? As I cast Speak with Animals.
Roll me an animal handling check with advantage because you're speaking animal.
I got an
Are you
18.
fucking like, hey, come on out. I'm definitely not gonna shoot at you and eat you.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. You hear Olga's voice kind of emanating out, and I mean, everyone understands them in whatever like animalistic language they're speaking, but to you, you just hear some Olga-sounding noises coming from the forest. With an 18, you do kind of start hearing some like chattering in one of the trees, and a family of squirrel kind of makes around like, "What's that? What's going on? What's going on?" And you hear like just echoing through this little group of squirrels that are all watching you. You see some like larger, like small game but bigger than squirrels start coming out. A porcupine kind of wanders from a tree and says, "Oh, can I help you with something?"
Yes.
So sophisticated.
Absolutely, you can.
What
What you need to do. I go up to them and just touch them in the forehead. Just boop. Just. You are going to be my eyes and ears.
You're touching me. I don't like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But I can't speak with
I don't know if you noticed, but he kind of out all of his spines on his back a little, so they just stick up. Those are there so people don't touch me.
Where was that square?
Don't talk to them. They're uncivilized.
Well, listen, you and I are going to have a partnership here. I need you to find me the biggest elk or deer or something along those lines. And just look at them. Can you do that for me?
What's in it
Please.
for me?
Riches beyond your wildest dreams.
Deal.
Fantastic. Let me touch your forehead, little one.
Okay. So you asked that time. That makes it more acceptable. It's a lot less disconcerting when people ask before they touch you on the face. Yes. Anyway, he kind of leans his little porcupine head towards you. Can't believe I'm RPing a porcupine. What are you doing? You said you were going to touch. That's not that. That's ooh, shiny.
And then the finger comes through the eye. Just
Ah! It's kind of startled by it. Okay.
now go, little one.
Okay.
Find the biggest, most juicy animal you can find.
He just kind of scurries off under the trees. You see this spiky porcupine ass disappear under one of the pine trees and kind of meander through the forest till you can no longer even catch a glimpse of it.
That porcupine?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Will be sense. What is the exact particulars? Are you seeing through this creature's eyes right now? Am I understanding
You can
that?
see through Beast's eyes and hear what it hears. Continue to do so for a whole hour. So just every now and again, we're just I'll walk back up to him. Just okay. I'll start to get an idea here in a few minutes. I'm sure they really look like they wanted the riches.
You
Honestly.
kind of just chatting to the party while this creature runs off, and then after a while you kind of pop in to have a look, see what's going on there, and you oh gosh. I hate that so much. And you kind of see through the porcupine's eyes. You are low along the ground through this snowy winter forest, kind of just meandering your way through the trees until eventually you smell something musky. Caribou? Deer? Something big, furry. Not a bear. Smells different. Definitely a caribou. Maybe an elk. Maybe a deer. You're not sure. You've never really been asked to search for a deer before. What are you doing? Is this existence? Why does it feel like there's someone in your head? The porcupine wonders and screams in terror internally. He continues, and then eventually he kind of comes out into a small clearing in the forest, and you see just a number, like 3 fairly decent-sized caribou, all kind of trying to graze whatever little bits of foliage is still sticking up through the less snowy area here in the clearing.
Think I get an idea of where we need to go. Follow that porcupine trail.
Okay, roll me a survival check
All right.
to follow that porcupine, because you didn't tune into it right away. So for that first like minute of you talking, you don't actually know what direction it went. You do have an expert
Catman,
tracker
help
here.
me. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna get down to try to assist.
thank you,
Okay.
Catman.
Survival with advantage because you're tracking in the forest.
But disadvantage because you're exhausted?
Yes. Dusty didn't get exhausted, did he?
I'm not
I thought we all
exhausted.
did.
No, it was just no. Yeah, Dusty's fine.
Oh.
He also
I
is.
just barely passed with a 10 on
Yeah.
my second
Oh. Oh.
I feel like we should add +1 to your saves on that, just because you're covered in fur.
one. How fair. That
You
might
are
make sense.
you are wearing fur and clothing at the same time. You'll
Bitch,
be
I'm
good.
dead.
Undead. Thank you
I'm
very
dead.
much. Easily done. Dusty managed to find
God.
the kind of trail where this porcupine shuffled off, mostly from where its ass occasionally dragged in the snow. But you managed to find it. Olga, you follow until the point where you snapped into the porcupine's head and take it the rest of the way, and you find the porcupine just sitting by the edge of this clearing, kind of gnawing on some little bit of fresh winter berries that have kind of grown through along the edge of this tree here. He sees you all approaching. He says, "Oh, you've brought friends. Hi."
Yes, we have. All right, you wanted riches.
Riches, yes.
I go. Can I touch you?
Yes. I'm getting
I go,
kind of tired of being manhandled.
I try to I'm putting my fingers through the spikes and everything. Just I want to lift it up like a Simba, like a.
The little porcupine kind of flails a little bit in your arms.
Sort of like 2 centimeter long arms.
Thank you, Monkey Man.
His little
Appreciate
wee
it.
wee.
Oh yeah, you did a hydrate earlier. I hydrated with beer, just so everyone's aware. We're hydrating with beer today.
His little porky
And-
pee pee.
Well, that was like at the start of the stream. That's why I started sipping the beer bright and early in the stream. Thank you, Monkey Man. Okay, so you're holding this little semi-flailing porcupine. Like, he's not going crazy, but his little feet kind of kick every few seconds. His little arms are kind of like, what are you doing? This is not riches. This is being manhandled. I just said I was tired of being manhandled.
And
I'm
would
going
like
to quill you.
Rage.
Oh, why
As
is that vein
As-
bulging on your forehead? What is
and I just
happening?
kind of close my eyes and open them, and they're just so distinctively red, green, all sorts of different nature leaf colors, and they've got the slits in them, very animalistic. And I just pull them closer, and every day from now on is a gift from the bear. And I'd throw them.
Okay, roll me an athletics check to throw that porcupine. It's very hydrating. It's having exactly the effect.
7.
And you throw it, and it just
Wait,
Oh.
that's a strength athletics.
That
I'm
is-
raging, so
You are
advantage.
raging. Yeah. Get worse. Okay.
Wait.
Oh my lord. You grab the porcupine and you throw it, and it into the sky. Ah! This was
You
not the
cut out
treasures
the-
you promised me.
That was not specific.
Motherfucker. What's
Animals all beneath
hit.
us. What can
So
I say?
as it's flying away, you see it just smack its ass, and a little fucking quill just thunk right into your arm. You rolled a 19.
Oh,
fucking
damn
You
it!
God.
take 2 points of piercing damage from that porcupine.
You know what? Fair.
Bruh. Someone fucking call PETA. Okay. So
Did it lead us to anything at least?
Oh, I think so, maybe.
roll me a stealth check as you guys begin approaching this clearing.
Take the lower of those two.
Okay. Wow, guys. Well done. So, as you all begin approaching, you kind of make your way through the trees, and you see the trees clear just a little, giving way to like a 20-foot-ish round clearing. And as you're kind of walking, Dusty, you snap a twig under your foot, and you look as the 3 caribou, all in unison, pop their heads up, immediately look towards you. And just as you're doing that, Olga as well kind of shuffles awkwardly against a tree, kind of scraping along the side of it. And that's all the cue they need, and they just immediately take off running towards the forest at full speed. Do
we have time to get an attack in on them?
You can try.
From range?
Yeah.
You're
about 20, 30 feet away, so...
At 480 feet.
Definitely a lady cat.
I'll just
on
grab
my
a rock
musket's
and
range.
catapult at one of them.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attacks.
The caribou has to make a dex save.
Succeeds. So your rock just flies off into the tree, and you hear it thunk into the trunk of a tree somewhere in the forest. You see little bits of wood kind of fly out. 15 will hit, I believe. So go ahead and roll your damage.
14.
14. Okay. That's enough. Wow. So you kind of pick out one of the mid-size. There's 3. You kind of pick the middle-sized one. It's the closest to you. You line up your shot. You pull the trigger, and you all hear the sound of this musket ring out through the entire forest, just echoing off the trees in this kind of dense winter. And you watch as the caribou kind of jumps over a log just as the musket ball kind of tears into its side, and it collapses to the ground with a spray of crimson against the white snow. It dies pretty quickly after that. It was a very, very good shot.
I'm just glad I got it. I wasn't expecting there to be so many twigs in this area.
It's a very branchy place, yeah. But
Yes.
you really made that little mini cannon go. Goodness. That was cool.
The forest has many twigs.
It's what I do.
You're
You
doing
guys-
very well. I'm gonna move that animal now.
You go over and you see the
Sounds
caribou
like a
kind of
plan.
just on the other side of this log, just bleeding into the snow. Definitely died almost instantly.
Can you
Neat.
can you do me a favor, Olga? Can you cut one of
Yeah.
its legs off?
Sure,
One of the back ones?
absolutely. Hurry up! Just without even questioning it, just
roll me
absolutely
a
hack it.
melee attack.
And boop. Up. 17.
Nice.
Chop chop, baby.
No, easily done. You just quickly sever one of the back legs off of it. Easily done.
Here you are.
Appreciated. He's gonna grab it, set it on the ground, and go, Violet, eat up.
Okay. Olga, you watch as he kind of lays it on the ground, says, Violet, eat up, and then out of his backpack you see this small kind of crystalline looking dragon head appear and look around like, and it just locks eyes on the haunch of meat held in or on the ground in front of it and skitters out over the shoulder, kind of landing on all fours on the ground and just immediately tearing into this like haunch of caribou. And kind of just begins tearing into it. Its spiky amethyst back kind of like spine sticking up while its tail whips side to side as it tries to tear a chunk off this fairly meaty hunk of caribou.
Oh my goodness. Olga goes down on all fours and just goes right up to it. Just, hello.
Friend, Violet, friend.
Casting speak with animals. Hello?
Oh yeah, you do have speak with animals on, actually. That's true. Violet's like, hello?
You are so pretty.
Thank you. You're really close.
What is your name?
Violet.
I would die for you.
Oh, that's nice. Can I keep eating now?
Yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Where did you get this guy?
Question.
Where did you get this little thing?
With that being speak with animals, is it all technically also in Draconic?
Kind of?
That would be Violet's language.
Kind of, technically?
So I'm just listening to them have a weird conversation.
Yeah, in a voice you've never heard her speak in, because when she speaks Draconic to you, she is not using her voice. She is making Draconic sounds that are language. So, like, the difference is now is that Draconic is being portrayed in this tiny little crystalline voice, which you are now kind of... To you, it sounds like she's speaking just straight up Draconic. There's no magical translation happening, but you understand what she's saying. Like, you can fully understand the conversation happening.
You sound like a wind chime in a garbage disposal. Just
yeah, it's like the difference between, like, say you're a German hearing a German speak, and then someone's non-German has an in-ear translator hearing them speak in English in their ear, basically.
This is Duolingo Draconic.
Literally, it's the wildest thing. It's quite off-putting for you.
Oh no.
Where did you get this little sweet baby boob shoe?
That was a gift from a late friend.
They're so amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to not talk about this around anyone from the company.
Oh, don't worry. If they're not around, chances are Olga will forget. I do that a lot.
Very well.
What
And then in
was your
Draconic, he's
name?
gonna say, "Since when were you able to talk to other people?"
And in Draconic, she responds, "Guess that's just something she can do. Can you do that?"
I mean, I can talk to other animals, so I imagine I probably could.
I guess so.
I didn't think it would work. I didn't really have a reason. We can just communicate.
No, we just
so-
talk. We just talk normal.
We're just growling at each
Yeah,
other.
just to you guys. I mean, like, to Xechas at this point, like, no idea what's being spoken, but Olga, you fully understand, and as you kind
Get
of
your Duolingo fucking Draconic.
Olga's fully not listening though while they're talking. Just
staring into space, there is still a heavy caribou to be lifted, which likely weighs around
yes,
350 pounds, maybe less now that you've carved an entire leg off it. Say like 300.
Olga
310.
carry.
Athletics
Very well.
check at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Okay, that's an 8.
You go to
Yep.
okay. You go to lift, and you're like, you just put
Olga lift.
all your back into it, and you manage to like pick it up maybe a few inches off the ground, but you feel your back just tighten. Something goes and pops.
No.
Just, oh, that's gonna be sore for a while. You kind of have to give up.
We, quarter it here and take what we can.
Olga chop.
Yeah.
Olga. Duh. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh God.
Don't worry, we
Poof
got
up.
this.
Just-
Yeah. I can carve, probably.
Okay, good. Olga gonna lay on her back
Stop
flat.
Olga before the fucking thing comes down.
Yeah.
Olga, you lay down. The nice cold winter earth actually feels quite nice on your sore back. Dusty, just quick survival check to dismantle that deer. No, I would say not at advantage for being in a forest, because your ability to slaughter animals does not change based on geography.
Can I assist in any way? I also have a small knife.
If you want.
Just help
Easily
him out, or just by kind of manipulating the beast.
Kind of hold stuff so he can cut around it so you
Yeah,
can get all the
lift a
different
leg.
stuff off easily enough.
Yeah.
You managed to
20
cut the
pretty
beast
good
down
anyways.
to a number of pieces that you are able to transport most of it. Maybe not all of it, but you kind of get the meat off of the bones, which is a big part of it, and manage to harvest as much of the animal as you possibly
Into
can
the bag of holding.
into the bag of holding. Oh, true. So I would
Yes.
say, in terms
I'm
of just
currently
sheer weight,
holding-
you get probably about 50 pounds of good cuts of meat
Oh,
off of
easy.
it. Easy. And
Sure.
that's, say 40. We'll do 40.
Sure.
40
I
sounds
have
better.
400 pounds of room left in my bag of holding.
Okay,
so
then you're good. You managed to get that all stored into the bag of holding and make your way back to camp. After Violet's finished her fill, she kind of climbs back up into your
Yeah,
bag.
he just points at the rest of whatever's there and I guess eat up.
I'm full.
Very well. He
She's
puts the
kind of-
bag down on the ground.
Kind of like half pulls herself towards the bag slowly. Kind of pulls herself in and gets all nice and cozy. Put her back. You guys make your way back to camp with all your stuff, and you find the 3 other lumberjacks, Gunther, Sarka, and Bob, all sitting around a fire, bundled up tight with their hands warming around it, while the other 3 or 4 T.T.C. company representatives are also just kind of sitting on the other side, getting warm. They're kind of looking at each other over the fire. No one's really speaking. It's a little awkward at first when you come in, but it seems like people are just focusing on warming themselves by the cold fire. It's up to you guys how you want to prepare the meat and everything, but
as we're coming back, we've found some fresh meat.
oh, good. Anything would be
That's good, in fact.
better than dried trail rations. So
Yes.
let's cook it up. You guys got cooking stuff, right?
Olga cook.
On what?
Olga's got a whole cooking. Olga's got a whole cooking
Ah.
gear. Yeah.
Are you proficient in that cooking gear? Let's go.
I don't think.
We'll say yes.
Okay, yeah.
Have a free
Congrats,
proficiency.
Olga
Give me
always-
proficiency in cooking utensils.
Congratulations.
Olga always said the only way to get a wife would be cooking her a meal, so Olga learned how to cook.
I
I'll
mean,
follow like half of the meat. That should be good enough for everyone.
okay. You guys kind of prepare kind of just very simple meal, or what is it looking like, Olga? That's up to you.
It's gonna be mostly just strips, like a lot of deer bacon. It's elk bacon.
Ugh.
It's just a whole
Caribou
lot.
bacon.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Steak.
she's gonna pull out just a couple of little bread rations from her pack and crack them, and then in like the deer grease, she's
Mhm.
gonna just fry up, and so she's gonna essentially make like cracker hash browns.
Love it. Fair enough. Easily done.
Serve it on top.
Roll me a quick cooking utensils check. Adding your proficiency, and I will say your wisdom modifier, I guess.
I like it.
I guess.
will do
because that's
Wisdom
that
plus
checks out.
proficiency is I have perception, which is the same thing. But
Those are technically wisdom-based tools.
Yeah, that feels
wisdom plus
enough.
perception, 21.
okay. You managed to cook up a pretty decent meal of strips of meat with some bread-like crouton-esque creations that are kind of chewy but a little toasty at the same time. Better than trail rations for damn sure. The taste is good. The cooking set comes with various spices and everything, so you managed to whip up a pretty hearty meal for everybody there, and everyone kind of settles in eating. Yeah, what's up?
Just to maintain face a bit, I am gonna eat like just 2 pieces of the meat.
Okay, fair enough. It
Yeah.
doesn't taste like anything. Doesn't taste bad. Doesn't really taste good. Your dead ass taste buds just kind of pick up on not a whole lot.
Oh, that's
I
so
forget
sad.
to breathe while I'm eating most of the time, so it doesn't taste as much anyways. Because
Fair.
scent is so much
Yep.
time
Yep.
to it.
Yeah.
Dusty leans over while he's eating his. You know, I think Olga could give Ashlyn a run for her money. Some good shit.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm. You see Sergeant Phillip kind of still freezing, just eating off his whatever little plate he could find, and just from his kit, it's really good, Olga. Thank you. Oh.
You're
Feels
really
good.
welcome.
Been a while.
Noticeably less tense.
It's been a while since someone made me a decent home-cooked meal. It's been mostly trail rations and gruel for us over the last few weeks, so big improvement.
You must not have a wife then. That's sad.
No. Thanks for pointing that out, I guess.
Olga doesn't have
No
wife too.
bitches?
We
No bitches?
Olga also doesn't have wife yet, so we can commiserate.
Keep
is the
cooking.
word.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, just keep cooking food like that, and you'll be fine. You'll find somebody.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go bundle up in my tent and warm up and get some rest. But thank you for the food. I really appreciate it. And lads, say thank you. Be nice.
Oh,
Good
I look
night.
over at Dusty and Xechas, and I just give him like a big.
He kind of
Gives a thumbs up back.
makes his way into the tent, kind of closes the flaps behind him, and you hear someone just bundling under a sheet, and then another one, and just you eventually, once all the shuffling ends, you just hear a contented as someone begins to feel the warmth sink back into their bones.
Nice.
Dusty's gonna walk over to the tent he just went into.
Mhm.
Before you really pass out, I was gonna let you know, I'm gonna stay up with some of your men, probably, for first watch.
Sure.
And then Xechas, he can take
I'll take
over
the second watch.
the second part with some of your others.
Sure. Yeah. Ken pokes his head out the tent. You two. I think 2 on watch should be enough, right? Yeah, we'll do 2.
Sounds fine to me.
You're with him. And you, points to the other fellow you've met before, points to you, Xechas. You're with him. Keep an eye on things. Wake me up if anything fucking weird happens. Good night. And he goes back into the tent, rebundles himself. Alright, everyone kind of begins, after eating their meals, winding down for the evening. Dusty, you're taking the first watch?
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone want to do anything else before bedtime?
I'll get my freak fracking long rest in.
Fair, long rest for you. Olga?
Bundle the frick up.
No, I don't think Olga's gonna do much.
Okay. So Dusty, just perception check to do your night's watch.
The camp is far
This
too
is
big
Forest,
to alarm
right?
this time, I think.
Yes, this is Forest. What's up, Chris?
All right.
The camp is far too big to alarm this time.
Yeah, no,
Way too many people.
Yeah, there's like a good 4 or 5 tents set up right now. 22. Well done. Other dude got a 13 with his bonus, so not great, but not terrible. He's kind of zoning out a few times during the night. Dusty, you're pretty damn well locked in for most of it. Throughout the night, you hear kind of the shuffling of animals. You see a porcupine make its way past the camp and kind of sniff and then stare towards one of the tents. Gonna grit its teeth and make its way back into the forest. He did.
I'm gonna
You don't
try
know
to
how.
catch the porcupine's attention, if possible, as he's
He
staring towards the tent.
sees Olga's tent, looks towards it, and then sees you.
And I kind of shake the rifle a little, make an eating motion.
He just kind of poofs out his spines a little bit, and then just continues back into the forest. Just wanted to, do a check by on things. But the rest of your watch passes without further incident, and by the end, you
It's
notice
gonna be the BBG.
BBG.
the soldier's kind of starting to doze off a little bit. But he manages to stay awake for the whole of his watch. Around the time he kind of stands up. He's, all right, I think we should better wake them up. Might be easier to get some sleep in a nice warm sleeping bag if I do say so myself. He goes and just knocks on the tent. Oi! Wake up, it's your turn. Goes inside, and a few minutes later, a rather disheveled looking gentleman kind of comes out. Xechas, you kind of finish your 4 hours of semi-meditative, resting, your comatose state, very similar to fucking Vitekorl at this point, just kind
It's
of
literally just
yep. They kind of D&D. Oh, D&D. They definitely would have put Vitekorl in one of the tents to stay warm and bundled him up nice and good. He's sleeping vampire style by the fucking fire. Love that. Yeah, as your meditation ends, you're kind of woken up by the sound of the one guard kind of waking up his comrade. Make your way out of the tent and see Dusty kind of be getting ready to wind down for the evening as well. You guys go ahead and take your perception checks for your watch. We'll take one for the soldier.
No more exhaustion, thank God.
Oh, nat 20. Ooh. Oh.
Nat 18. That's good.
A 3. He has disadvantage because he can't see for shit in the dark. Wait, can you?
Nope.
The fire is going enough to be providing some dim light around the camp, but it's definitely disadvantaged to be looking out into the forest. Where is my wife? Thank you, Ryan, for your prime stuff. I appreciate you. Also, welcome in, Emerald.
Oh, boo.
Ooh,
bad.
Okay, so 8. I mean, he rolled a 3 with his disadvantage. So, you guys are kind of sitting, watching out into the forest. No porcupines or anything show up. But after a while, you see the soldier kind of get up. He's like, I was just gonna go handle my business behind that tree over there. He kind of steps away for a moment. You hear him shuffle behind a tree and hear the sound of liquid hitting snow and sizzling a little bit in the cold night air as he relieves himself for his watch. And as you're sitting there, you start to get a little bit of an uneasy feeling. You're not really sure why. You're looking around. You don't see anything. You just listen. The air or the sounds of the forest around you, what little there were in the wintertime, die out completely. And an uncomfortable silence just falls over the camp where all you hear is just the sound of Buddy pissing in the snow. And the last couple spritzes as he shakes it out and then comes back to sit with you. It get really quiet, or is it just me?
No, it did. DM, the last time the fog rolled in, did it also get dead silent like this before?
Roll me a history check. It's been good month and a half since that happened.
10?
You remember the air feeling quite heavy, dense, and sound having a little bit of a just muffled effect to it, and getting a very similar sense now. And as you kind of watch out in the forest, kind of looking, trying to hear or see anything, you see just creeping along under the trees this thick white mist that is impenetrable to the eye. You cannot see anything it passes over. And as you kind of watch, the forest just disappears in front of your eyes as this wall of fog and churning mist just covers tree after tree as it works its way to your camp. And as it kind of settles on you, you kind of hold your hand out in front of your face, and even that is hard to see. And as you begin to hear sounds, whispers just coming through the trees towards your camp, that is where we will take a break for today. So we're going to take a quick 10. We're going to take a quick 10, everybody, and pick up where this left off after we get back. I need to use the bathroom. Maybe kind of, I feel that. I've been there. If you're ever interested, it's all on the YouTube. Feel like checking it out, go ahead. We're only about 15 in, so we're doing good. Anyway, we're going to take a quick 10 minutes here, hit the bathroom, smoke some weed, do whatever we got to do. Y'all, we are going to run an ad, so if you have to go step away, I do not blame you. I feel you. Do your thing. We will be back in 10 minutes, everybody. Catch you soon. And we're back. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Fucking fat durable. Let's go. I'm here for it, Chris. Get your shit in. There you go. He's going to see Jesus, everybody. You'll have to bear with him on this one. I'm good. I listen to you cough all day. I don't need to hear it in D&D nights, too. Thank you very much!
I was exaggerating.
I know. Oh, I know. Do you think I don't know your weed cough by now? We've lived together for 6 months. Yeah, man, fucking hits it. Emerald, also, if you want to DM, you should. 100%. There's no reason not to try it. Just jump in, both feet, send it, hope for the best. Honestly, I find that's the best way. We've had a lot of fun doing it. Since I, started. I've only been, 5 years now? Ish? Started around the start of COVID. Last I remember. Thank you for the shout out for Skizzy, me Spoots fan. How you doing? Me Spoots commentator. We got you're muted, JT. We got Schism commentating the NHL playoffs right now. It's been kind of a vibe. We're teaching all the American homies about hockey and important things they'll need to know eventually. It's important. Anyway, that being said, I'm pretty sure Stuart Dunn made a stinky in the litter box, so we're just gonna give Chris a minute or two to clear that up. Called it.
He took a fat shit.
I needed to put shorts on. I was literally sweating.
Oh, yeah, it's too cold to open the window, but he smacked the puck.
Nope,
he smacked it.
It is not.
He smacked it. There's been a lot of times where I wish my DM would just let me set my character skill number is lore accurate, so my rolls are so trash and unreliable. Use point buy. Use point buy.
Did the ball go?
We used point buy for this campaign, unlike our last one where we rolled and we did special homebrew rules where everyone got 118 in a stat of their choosing, which was fun and lended itself well to like the heroic storytelling nature of that, where everyone was really good at that one thing they were really good at. It was pretty epic. But for this campaign, we did point buy, and let me tell you, balancing the motherfucking encounters requires like 70% less homebrewing on my part. I'm so happy I have done this, and I will probably never go back again.
It doesn't let you go past 15, but even with a 15, or even with the cap of 15, I still have an 18 in my stats.
Yeah, because
you just have to sacrifice something else,
It makes you really build your build. You have to really think about what you want to be really good, what you don't want to be really good, and your choice of race/species. I think they changed it to in 2025 book. That they actually plays a really big part. I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're changing it up. Anyway, that being said, I do believe we have a bit of an event to get back to. So, the party decided to rest for the evening, did a little bit of hunting, communicated with nature, yeeted a porcupine into the sky, and then returned to camp, where they set about their evening's rest. After an uneventful watch, excluding a quick, drive-by by a porcupine, Dusty went to bed without incident. Xechas, however, along with one of the soldiers who were sent to guard you, however, encountered something a little different. Oh my god, you sweet boy! Who's that sweet boy? Now I want mine. 1 second. 1 second. Where is he? Where is he?
It's chowder time.
Oh my god, he loves you so much.
His claws are digging into my shoulder, but I don't care.
No.
Mine would be so fucking mad if I picked him up currently.
Oh, buddy. Buddy.
I'm debating it.
What a little asshole. There he is. There. We're taking a moment. We're just taking a moment. He was sleeping in your jacket in the Walmart bag from camping, which he knocked onto the floor. He knocked it onto the floor.
Oh, that's doubly not surprising.
All right, you go free. I know you're not a big fan of being manhandled. I got you.
This one is.
That one is, yes, very much. Those are our boys. Those are our boys. Anyway, that being said, the party. Oh, Snuggles. As
Hard
you
to
were,
see him because he is completely black.
dark as the night at midnight. It's great. As the party was finishing up their watch, and Xechas was kind of keeping an eye on things, you noticed an eerie silence grow over the camp, followed by just the ominous sight of this wall of mist just weaving its way beyond or through the trees, kind of consuming them as it goes, as you're watching trees just vanish before your eyes, disappearing into the fog. You do what?
Everybody wake up! I shout.
Yep, you shout, you start making as much noise as you can. The rest of the party kind of hearing it, kind of jolts themselves awake. You hear kind of shuffling from in the tents. You hear Sergeant Philip, who you all do get to finish your long rest, by the way. This was like right at the end of your rest period. You guys got enough sleep for it to all work out the way we do our rests. So, you hear Sergeant Philip Phillips from inside his tent. What's going on?
There's mist.
Oh,
mist is rolling in.
Oh, fuck. Okay, leave the tents. We travel light. Now, get ready. And you see him just stumble out of the tent, kind of throwing his jacket and bag, grabbing his musket in hand. You see the rest of his men following suit, and as you look to the tree, you see the soldier who went behind it to take a leak, just gets swallowed by the fog. You hear as someone is just silenced in a bloody mess. You don't see any of it, but you hear every gruesome gurgle coming from him, and the sound of a body hitting the ground as the mist slowly just begins enveloping around your camp, leaving you very few options with which to escape from. You do still have a clearing to the north of you, but the mist is slowly closing around you. What are you doing?
Hurry, two people grab Vitekorl, and we need to move quickly.
Okay. Bob runs immediately over to the front of Vitekorl. He looks around. Somebody, quick!
Olga's already there.
Love it.
Just
okay.
already.
Olga grabs the other end of the stretcher, and together the two of them look at Dusty. Lead the way. Captain Phillips is like, okay, leave him. He's gone already. Go. And they all do just get ready to follow you as best they can, but you can see some people are already starting to make a break towards the forest. Where is my roll 20?
Dusty, should we head towards that clearing that we were in?
Well, the only current misty or non-misty path is north, so we just need to follow where the mist isn't.
Mm-hmm. Fair. You guys just take off into the forest at full speed, the mists catching up around you, and despite your best efforts, they do just enclose entirely around, and you find yourselves just swallowed into the mist entirely. You can see maybe 5-10 feet around you, but everything else is completely obscured. Sarka and Gunther are just running along beside you, Olga and Bob carrying the stretcher, waiting to just make sure if anything happens they can help. And as you kind of running along with them, you look over to Gunther as he just steps forward, and then there's a flash of red as he and trips, falls, and disappears into the mist entirely, followed just by a spray of crimson, which you see spatters over Vitekorl. You see nothing. You see absolutely nothing other than a spray of red and a body falling to the ground. Same thing to the left as you're running. Same scream, just someone running and
It's gonna get us!
All right, everyone, we need to get a little closer together. A little tighter formation so we can keep in each other's sights.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull my light rocks out of my pocket.
Okay. Sounds good.
Items.
As you're all kind of gathering together, clustering together, all of you holding your weapons at the ready, the last of the soldiers, other than the sergeant, kind of walks up. The fuck is going on? And you watch as just something invisible right through the back of his head and out of his mouth. You can just see clearly through the other side. He collapses to the ground as well. Still see nothing around you. What are you doing?
Bob, what is happening? Why is the scary smoke doing this?
I'm gonna keep my bearings, and I'm just gonna... Alright. Real close. Keep your eyes peeled. Be very careful. Do not stray too far. and I'm gonna keep progressing in the direction we were headed.
Okay, you guys are on the bottom area of the map that I have just dragged you onto.
Up.
Go ahead and drag yourself. Ryan, can you drag Vitekorl and just move him along as a representative of his fucking body? I
Sure
will find... we need a just soldier. I don't think there's any colonial era looking soldiers that I can find on Roll20. So we might get a commando with a machine gun, but just ignore that. It's not a problem.
Is that a Helldiver?
Join the
Magic
Helldivers.
missile.
I love that. Okay, so everyone on there, I need... Okay, so we need a Bob. I'm just gonna search in the premium assets.
Bobby.
For just a standard human. If I was thinking, I would have pulled these up on the thing. Go!
You think about enough.
I was so excited to pee. I completely forgot to. I was excited.
Hey, man,
That's fine.
it's pretty great activity.
It's so fun.
Shout out peeing. We just
Fun
we,
for the
Pissing
whole
mentioned.
family.
I just need a dude. That's literally all I need is just a
Send
single,
dudes.
simple, just a plain ass dude. Modern zombie apocalypse. Ooh. Hi, you are dude.
We need a Dave. Where's Dave when you need him?
Ooh, pirate captain.
Kevin.
That'll work. That looks colonial enough. I'm down
Fucking
with it.
Kevin.
Okay.
We all
Kevin.
know a Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Right. There is Bob. All your allies will have green, and then there's one more lumber cutter still alive, who is going to be this ginger-bearded fellow here. There we go.
Is that did
Bob is the
Gunter
Bob.
get it or did Sarka get
It
it?
was Gunther who got it. Sarka is still alive and with you guys. The other three soldiers are dead. Sergeant Phillips is out at the front. Dusty, you are also leading this party, I believe, right? So you're out there
Yeah, I'd
as
be towards
well.
front.
Okay, so we're kind of just clustered up like that as best we can, which is good. We were all talking, so it'll be in a nice little group. If you guys could be so kind as to click your mini and roll your initiative, please. You. Okay, I have his sheets out, but they're not in D&D Beyond, so this will be difficult for me. Ooh, ooh, don't love that. Where did I save my dude? I mean, he's basically a commoner with some extra strength built in. Bob. Do your thing, Bob. Let's go, Bob! Fuck yeah.
Let's fucking go!
Did someone put an X on Vitekorl? I love it. And then
Oh, no.
Sarka also gets a roll. Okay, we're good. I
Nice.
believe that is everybody, correct? Dusty, Ikau Udonlenk, Xechas, and then 4 others, right? Or 3 others. Yes. Okay, we're good. We now have a party of 6 compared to a party of 11. Congratulations. 5 people are dead. I also need to...
Almost as if the DM didn't want to manage 30 entities in combat.
It's crazy! What? I
Fair.
can't believe that! Why would he do that? That's wild.
You know what's really convenient?
Uh,
All of these soldiers that are potential assholes are now dead too.
that is true. That is true. Sorry, I just gotta drag all my minis out here, guys. I won't be
Olga,
long.
very happy.
Extra guns.
I'm not really trying. See,
Although
here's
there's
the...
potential extra guns kicking around now.
See, you guys can't know where these things are.
I was like, I'm gonna go grab other guns. You guys figure it out.
Fight. Goodbye. Runs to the
Olga
mist,
becomes a
instantly KO'd. We've seen the Stephen King movie.
We have. So you guys can't see these, but stream can because they're on the DM layer. So no peeking.
Yeah, well,
No peeking.
Hecking, dude.
Peeker, no peeking. Peeker, no peeking.
Yoink.
pecker, no pecking.
Hate
That was good.
Hate that. Yoink.
Woody
Okay.
Woodpecker. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is that what happens when I mend?
Yes,
Forget.
that is your mending,
Right.
your personal mending sound effect.
If you ever get identified, we gotta play the fucking Zelda discover items noise.
Ryan, learn it. Learn it right now.
It's just
I do
C.
get identify at second
Okay.
level. When I get second level spell.
So for your context, just so you guys are aware of everything going on, I gotta go after Dusty. The last person to die, the soldier, did so right there. You see the
I
ping?
did not see a click.
It was. Oh, I'm pinging the DM layer because I'm a fucking idiot. Boop, right there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's next to
Literally,
me.
as you guys were gathered talking, you watched as something just went right through the back of dude's head, but completely invisible. You couldn't see a damn thing. What's up, Jenna? Welcome in. We're just about to fight some
Me, Jenna.
spoopy shit. Okay, Dusty, you're up. You just watched this man die horrifically before your eyes, and you already, like, with the fog gathering around you, get the sense that something is coming for you. What are you doing?
He's gonna. Alright, y'all are gonna have to follow my voice. I'm moving ahead. Be very careful of the left. Gonna start making his way. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And he will.
Go ahead. I was going to say any ranged attack outside of a 10-foot range is at disadvantage, but anything within that 10 feet, you can see enough to fight.
Yeah, he's gonna ready an action for if something gets close to him.
Okay.
Well, something hostile gets close to him.
Okay. That's your turn. What action are you readying? Just so I know.
Shoot whatever tries to attack me.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Solid little perceppies. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Nothing at the moment for you, but Xechas, as you GM. You're just kind of standing there. You see this. Oh, that's crispy. Soldier goes down in front of you, a spatter of crimson across the snow, disappearing into the mist, and you kind of look around to ready yourself for whatever might be coming, and then without any visual whatsoever, other than maybe a twirl in the fog as something seemingly invisible passes through it. That is going to be an advantage. 20 hits you, I believe. You take 5 points of slashing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage as something you cannot see tears a slit open in your jacket, cutting all the way down to the flesh below and carving into your skin. That will be that thing's turn. Next up is Sarka. He's just gonna look around. He's like, he sees you take a hit, and he's just gonna swing his axe at the air around you at disadvantage, as he cannot see what he is swinging at. It says club, but this is an axe.
Oh, it's Skulk. We have to get our diamond efficiency 5 hose out.
There you go. Love that. He just swings into the air past you, and you see this large lumberjack axe swing through the mist in front of your face, creating this billowing cloud as it goes past, but doesn't contact or hit anything at all. Next up is Bob. Bob is going to use his movement to start moving. Actually, he has to wait for you to move with him because you're both carrying it. So he's going to hold his movement action until you're ready to move too, which I believe you're coming up pretty soon in the initiative order. So he's just going to ready his movement action to sprint when you tell him to do so. So next up is this thing. Dusty, as you're kind of like looking into the forest, making sure you're making noise so your party can hear you, and kind of just pointing your musket into the fog. You don't see anything, but your perception was high enough that even with its advantage on stealth, you feel something behind you. There's like just a slight movement in the air, a twirl in the fog that catches your eye, and you sidestep as something just swings through the mist towards you. It will not be an advantage because you're able to perceive it, and you can use your action. All you know is something is attacking you from that space behind you. You might not have been able to see that because it pinged it on GM layer, but we will see. No advantage. Oh, that's sort of miss. Even with its bonus, it's gonna miss so bad. Oh, I suck. Okay.
Hey, well,
that's the worst. It's just because you managed to roll super high on perception. You managed to like step out of the way as the mist twirls to your right, and manage to avoid it.
As I feel it go by, I just point the gun towards where I felt the arm pass.
Mm-hmm. Roll me an attack at disadvantage because it is invisible.
Okay, that's a 17 and a 13.
Unfortunately, 13 does not hit. You level the gun towards whatever it was that swung at you, point blank range, pull the trigger, and as far as you can tell, the bullet just disappears into the mist with a twirl of swirling and twirling fog around it. Unable to make contact with anything, but you now are wise enough to understand that you are being attacked by something that is seemingly invisible. Next up is Olga. What are you doing, Olga? You see Bob's just ready to move. He's like, on your mark.
And Olga's gonna just hold the stretcher with one arm, but pull out the hand axe with the other.
Okay.
And just hold and ready in case anything pops up around Vitekorl or
Fair.
Bob.
Remember song. Rhythm song for walking, so we don't trip. Go.
Olga, too scared to sing.
Row, row, row your boat gently through the woods. He just
Fuck.
And three of you, I hate having to switch between layers. This is annoying. The three of you move 30 feet that away.
Okay, bad idea.
They don't know that.
I know.
They were told to run north, and all they see is mist and hear gunfire.
I know.
What else are they gonna do? There's also... You have no knowledge of what's up there. Why would that be a bad idea?
It's a plan. It's all good.
Uh-oh.
Maybe communicate your plan. Next up, fucking Sergeant Phillips is gonna go. He's gonna turn and point his musket to the space right next to you where something attacked and take attack at disadvantage. Oh yeah, just roll longer dice for him.
Please don't shoot me in the face. Okay, good.
He actually hits, I think. Yes, with his bonus he hits. Fuck. You see him just level a musket and fire through the fog. You see the fog twirl as the shot goes off and the crack rings out, muffled in this deep, dense mist. And then you just hear the sound of something... actually, hold on. Yep. You hear the sound of something getting hit by a musket ball, like the sound of just something smacking into flesh of some kind, and you don't see anything move, but you just see a little movement in the fog itself. Not so much a creature, but the fog kind of reacts to being shot, and you hear a vocal response of something taking a hit. You are smart enough to also, at this point, come to the realization you are fighting some invisible creatures that are after you. I figured you would know that. Xechas is definitely aware of there's now a creature right next to you dealing with some shit.
Oh, good.
He's also gonna look. Okay. Invisible shit. Run! And he's just gonna bolt at this point. He's out. He doesn't know where. He's gonna go there, pass along you guys, go up to Dusty. You ever see anything like this before? He's gonna just focus on reloading his musket, which takes him his entire turn.
Well, we've dealt with some spiders in mist like this before. Nothing invisible.
You say spiders? there were spiders in the... And as he's talking, you see just a twirl in the mist behind him as well. Ouchie. And as he's talking, he reacts as the mist twirls behind him. You see him tense his back and go, ah! And there's just a splash of blood out from over his shoulder. He turns to react, and you look and you see a gash going from shoulder almost all the way down to the hip, just straight down. He's barely standing after it, but he is still kind of ready. He's leaning on his musket as he's reloading it. He's looking around, trying to see whatever it is, but unable to do so. Xechas, you're up.
Oh no. After taking that hit and knowing there's one next to me, I kind of panic for a sec, but then steel myself. We all need to stay together, and I'm gonna just kind of run the way that I remember everyone else running, knowing that there's a thing next to me, but I'm gonna...
Okay, quickly roll me a perception check as you do that, just for me.
Sure. Nope.
You see nothing. You just continue your way through the fog. It will take an attack of opportunity against you.
Mm-hmm.
At advantage because invisible. 25. You take 8 points of slashing and 5 points of necrotic damage. As you turn and take off, you feel something just gouge into your back, kind of digging deep into the flesh and then scraping against the parts that are metal. But you manage to step away as best you can. Next up.
And then I'm gonna I get a bearing that we're all like I can at least sort of see Dusty, right? And
At that point, you're within 10 feet, so you can see mostly clearly.
Okay,
but nothing beyond
I'm
that.
gonna cast Fairy Fire around us.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
The deck save.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this at advantage for. Not advantage, but I'm gonna roll the advantage. So there's two of them, and I mean, oh, that's claw. Wrong thing. My bad. Whoop. Okay, so 23 and a 15. Both of them succeed. Yeah. And a 9. Okay. So you see. Lair. Token lair. As you cast Fairy Fire, you see the mist swirl and move as it tries to get out of the way. And then on your right, or just across from the group from you, you see this kind of amorphous, just all kind of translucent white humanoid-looking creature with these long, sharp claws. He's like mostly partially see-through. But your Fairy Fire manages to just materialize him before you as it takes effect, and you see this kind of amorphous white, almost not quite changeling looking creature. I know you're familiar with those, but very similar, like just very featureless, and it is just currently its claws are dripping with the blood of who you two assume to be Sergeant Phillips.
And what were your rules on if I have a first level that I can cast as a bonus action if I've already cast a spell, like Sanctuary? Can I also do that?
No, it has to be a it has to be a cantrip if you're using 2 spells in a turn.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
gotcha.
Can't do 2-leveled spells.
That will, I think, be it. Yep.
Okay. Next up's that guy. You all watch as something out of the mists takes another swing at Captain Sergeant Phillips, and as he's recovering and kind of pointing to the thing that he now sees appear right before him, he levels his musket to it, and as he does, you see his back arch and a spray of blood come out of his chest as, well, again, you don't see them, but you see the 3 wounds of 3 claws that went straight through the other side, and he... I said, run! Collapses to the ground. And he too is dead. That'll be it for him. He's gone. You guys don't hear it. But about 30 feet behind you in the mist. Yeah, you guys don't see it, but about 30 feet behind you in the mist, you hear the sounds of Sarka being absolutely torn apart. He screams in pain, and then there is a grisly crunching sound, and that is the last thing you hear behind you. It is currently just the group of you. Next up is Dusty. What are you doing, bud? You definitely, with that perception check, get the sense there is something on either side of you right now. Not sure exactly where. But you know where this one is from your perception check when it attacked you last round.
God damn it. At this point, we're surrounded. I don't know if we can even run. He's going to look towards Xechas as he says it.
Sorry, I was zoned out reading something. Say that one more time. My apology.
He just, I don't even know if we can run. It feels like we're surrounded on all sides.
I don't know, maybe if we're moving, they can't hit us as well? Ah, damn it.
Olga, kill?
What are you doing, Dusty?
We can't stop here. I'm gonna point my gun to where, in the direction of the first one. Swung at me and missed again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fire again.
Go ahead.
Gonna hope for the best.
Add disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You fire, just like almost just turning it over your shoulder as you do, half turning over. You fire, and as far as you can tell, you didn't hit anything. Roll me a perception check. Okay. As you're turning your gun around, you catch a reflection in the kind of polished steel on the top. You're swinging around looking over your shoulder, and as you're looking, kind of lining your sights, you see the reflection on the shiny metal of your gun barrel. Same creature that is on the other side of you. And as you kind of level the gun around, the reflection disappears, no longer visible from that angle, but you definitely saw something there.
Okay. I think we can see him in reflections. That might be the key. You got a mirror, right?
Yes, I do.
I'll allow you to use your reaction to pull it out if you want to, or you can do it next turn. Your choice.
Yeah, no, I'll use my reaction to pull it out.
Okay, you pull it out and hold it up.
Yeah.
And you see one creature there. And one creature
Depending
there.
on the DM layer.
Damn it! You see one creature there. And one creature there. On either side of Dusty.
Okay.
Plus the third one there. And then you don't see anything behind you. But I will say you do still hear the sounds of, you know, Sarka being ripped to shreds. So whatever's after him seems pretty preoccupied.
And then with my bonus action, he's gonna whistle. He's gonna say, "Violet, it's time to fucking eat."
Cool.
And she is, her little self.
Okay. Yeah, drag
down
her
here
out.
out of my pack.
Sounds good.
And I'm a commander to bite the space that I shot at and missed.
Okay. Go ahead
With
with
my bonus.
disadvantage right now. So Xechas, you're not at disadvantage as long as you have that mirror out. I'm not using it to look at their reflections.
2d20. 4 and an 8, so 9.
Not gonna be enough, unfortunately. She takes a chomp and finds her teeth just meeting together after not meeting anything on the other side. But you're starting to get the idea of what you need to do here, and that brings you at least a little bit of solace. Anything else?
That is all I can do.
Okay. Busy tearing apart Sarka. Sarka is dead. Okay. Against Dusty. 20 hits. You take 7 points slashing and 6 necrotic damage.
13 total.
Yes. As
I am bloodied.
Okay. As you feel another set of claws just tear through your clothing and into your flesh below, coming from the same spot you just directed Violet to attack. That'll be its turn. Olga, you're up. You can see this one clearly in the fairy fire. And you see Xechas holding a mirror up behind him and looking in it, where he can see the reflections. And I'd say from that angle, you'd probably be able to catch a glimpse of it too. But
Fabulous. Olga's going to put the stretcher down very softly, still holding the axe. Look over and Olga kill! Olga kill! And just gonna go straight towards him. Bonus action rage. Whoop. And let's go ahead and hand axe him. Whoop. Advantage, yes? Oh yeah, because buff fairy fire. And
no advantage, just cancels out the disadvantage from him being invisible.
Fabulous. 15.
On the visible one, yeah, it has advantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
So 15.
15.
Yep, there you go.
Pop up and pop up. This is going to be +2. Oh,
Definitely
God.
hits.
4 + 2, 6.
Okay. You deal 6 points of damage, and already as you slash into the creature, it looks up at you. You moved over to that one, you said, right?
Oh, yes, yeah.
You kind of see it, realize that it's been hit, and that you are visually aware of it, and it kind of comes to the realization that it is currently visible to you, and there's a flash on its face of just a brief flicker of oh shit, almost. And it just readies itself to come at you now, kind of shifting its attention away from Bob and Dusty. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's all, guys. She's just breathing heavy. Just...
Okay. You guys see Olga just go into an absolute flurry of rage and fury and begin hacking away at this creature, who's going to immediately return the favor to you.
Oh, dear.
Also, technically, fairy fire affects everybody in it.
Oh, it would have affected everybody, yeah.
So I need a dex save from
everyone
now that I'm thinking about it. Yep.
Yep.
Well,
I have danger sense, so advantage.
Yep.
Oh,
I rolled that 20.
come on.
Oh, everyone rolled good, except Olga.
13.
That is 13.
DC.
Yep. Okay? So no advantage for the ghosty, or the
Violet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Violet too. I would say Violet was in your bag when it went off.
Oh, true.
There you go.
And Bob is the only other one, or was that 15?
That was the. Wait, no, Bob's it. Bob's the only roll I had to make. That was the 15.
Oh, that was the 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Roger.
so he's gonna take an attack against you, not at advantage. 22.
Sorry, DM, I'll remember that in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 7 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic. Do you take half damage while raving?
And the necrotic damage is half too. Thank you, Bear Spirit. Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Thank you, Mr. Bear. All right, there you go. You take the hit. You feel the claws scrape across your collarbone, kind of digging into the flesh and tearing a little bit of your clothes. But you kind of shrug it off and just ready yourself for the first good fight you've probably had in a hot minute. Xechas, you're up.
I'm ready.
Unless there's anything else that Olga wanted to do. I believe you did all your stuff.
Olga's all good.
Love it. All right, Xechas.
Okay. So seeing as I'm very in pain, I took 2 huge hits. I'm just gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Fair.
And I'm gonna drink a health potion.
Totally valid. I will allow it.
Yeah.
Bonus action for potion, action for spell. Totally do. Yep.
Okay, that's not bad.
You see Dusty from this distance also looking quite rough. Not faring the greatest there.
So 16 total healing. Very good.
Okay, there you go. You heal yourself, open a healing potion, drink it as fast as you possibly can. Just feeling that effect overwhelm you a little bit, and you kind of shrug off the wounds as they begin to close up and stop bleeding. As you look up and see your party doing okay. Bob is just still holding Vitekorl up. He doesn't seem to know what to do, but he can see him kind of getting ready to reach for his axe.
Yeah, I'll just wait till like If I can use a reaction to angle the mirror for somebody, then I will. But other than that, I'm all good.
Yeah, I would allow you to use reactions for that, for sure. Xechas is done. And next up is going to be this guy, who's going to go for Bob. Yoink. Don't kill Bob.
Don't you touch my future husband.
Oh, Bob's dead. Oh, no. You watch as Bob's like, I got this! I'm going to hell! And just falls backwards as his throat kind of just slowly opens up and begins spurting blood out into the snow and just thoof onto the ground. Olga, you see Bob go down, one of your oldest and longest friends, someone who has been there for the bulk of the time you have spent at the lumber mill, and it appears that you are the last of your people who have come on this journey to survive. And even that at this point is questionable. Anyway, that will be... I'm sorry, Bob. Damn. Rolled real good on Bob. That'll be it for Bob. Dusty, you're up. You see Bob just go down in a torrent of blood. Just
Are we gonna carry Vitekorl now?
Having seen the reflection off of the metal of my musket, I'm going to remove my backhand from my musket, angle the metal to the one that isn't, the one over this way.
Okay.
Attack.
So you kind of hold the musket up, turning and looking, and you see that creature did move, or seems like it is just one space. Yeah, I did pink token. Seems like it's around there. You kind of turn, looking in the brushed or the polished steel of your weapon, your nice new musket that you've recently acquired.
And then as I'm holding that, I'm gonna pull the flintlock out and point it as I'm looking at the reflection.
You wait until you see the end of your gun come into the reflection, knowing that it is pointing point blank range, and go ahead and fire, no longer at disadvantage.
Okay, Annie Oakley. Jesus.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
It's not as bad as the musket's damage.
Still pretty
Never,
good.
everybody.
So max would be 10 is my max roll.
Oof. Okay,
So
10.
15 plus 4.
That'll do it. As you kind of level the pistol into your comfort zone, right? Finding where your arm sits most comfortably, you point it, you look in the reflection, double tech, and fire, and you watch as this creature's head just explodes out the back and it collapses to the ground. At this point, anyone who's looking in a reflection can see all of that go down, but the rest of you just hear a thud in the snow. Just a gentle as a body falls down into it. Well done, JT.
And he's just gonna say, "That's one." And then he's gonna command Violet to attack the space in front of him again and hope for the best. If it's even there still.
Yeah, go for it. Roll an attack at disadvantage.
20.
Can I use my reaction for the mirror for Violet?
Is
Is that possible?
a little harder for her, being that she has to physically face away from you to attack. It'd be
It's
hard
a
for her
15 total.
That will hit. You need to beat a 14, so even at disadvantage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is a total of 7 piercing.
Okay. Not enough to kill it, but you hear the sound of this creature's reacting as the teeth sink into its leg, and Violet just rips a chunk out and just holding it in her mouth. As the piece comes off, it's still just invisible in her mouth. It's completely unnoticeable. It's quite odd to look at. But yeah, no, that's it for her. You still know the creature is there through the movements in the mist and everything, and you can tell that it is still alive. But it definitely seems to have not enjoyed that very much, as evidenced by the fact that it is its turn and it is going to immediately swing back at you. 18 hits you, I believe? Or
Yep.
20 hits you. It's an advantage, not disadvantage. My bad. You take 7 points slashing and 2 necrotic, as yet again another claw just digs into your guts and pulls them out, or tries to pull them out of your stomach. It's pretty rough. What's up, Tsunami? Thank you for the sub, dude.
He falls down to his knee real quick and forces himself back up. He's
Okay.
looking rough.
Yeah, I can imagine. You're all watching this unfold as Dusty is just being hacked into more or less being dismembered before your very eyes. Seems to be having some trouble hanging on, but is doing okay overall. Next up, Olga. There's the one creature still in front of you, and just a corpse somewhere in the snow in front of you.
Olga sees Bob go down, and there's a moment where she stops breathing and just stops and looks at him. Looks over at the other one. Can I see? Is that one fairy fired? Yeah.
This one, the one on your right here is. Yes. The other one is not.
I start walking over to it very slowly, and I pull out another hand axe from inside of my coat, and I'm just holding two, and I'm just slicing them together, little sparks flying off as I'm walking over towards them, and just, this will feel very good. And I'm gonna go in double. Let's do it.
Go for it.
First one.
Easily
Hop. 15.
Okay, that hits. It's at advantage because it is fairy fired.
Awesome, right? Oh, even better. And then that's gonna be get out of my way, D&D Beyond, and there's a 7 slashing to that one, and then
you bring the right hand down, dig the axe into the collarbone of this creature. It looks at you through snarling teeth. They are quite disturbing visually when they are visible. It's quite off-putting, but the axe sinks deep, and you swing the left hand down to finish your attacks. Go ahead and roll. Also at advantage. Gotta beat a 14. Awesome. There you go. All right.
16. And then this is gonna be minus, or no, it's just gonna be a D6, but this will be +2, so -3. Oh, 6, 7, 8.
That's enough. Go ahead and describe what it looks like as you finish off this creature before you, visually, for everyone to see, since this is really...
She's not even heavy breathing anymore. No sound at all. She's just staring, smiling big, bare, like, scary animal eyes, and she's just slash, 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 slash. She's just mincemeating them in while they're standing, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just keeps going until it's on the ground, and she's just.
All right. You all watch as Olga, just with a brutality that is almost beautiful to witness, begins just hacking into this creature piece after piece until it collapses. Then she just keeps going and going until there is little more than a pile of meat and some bones left. You know there is still at least one to deal with. You hear the sounds of Sarka being torn apart behind you come to an end, and you start hearing whispers from far out in the trees, all making their way towards you. And you know you still have at least one more to deal with in your range. This guy's fucking dead. Bye. Also, a thing you notice after a while, when they fall into the mist, after you finish hacking at them, the bodies just eventually fade away into nothingness, the same as last time. What little evidence would have remained is gone. Xechas, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna skirt around where I think this one still is.
What's up, wizard? Welcome in.
Oh, I can move the whole square to get to Dusty.
Okay.
We need to finish this one and let's go. And I'm going to load a canister and spray a cure wounds right onto one of his big wounds.
Ooh, get sprayed. As Xechas goos you with his healing goo.
Oh, thank
so you
fuck.
take 12 points of healing.
I need good.
Yep.
That's some good goo right
His
there.
artificer nature just slaps a capsule into his arm and...
Yeah. Normal healing is red, but my healing has kind of this golden tinge to it.
Ooh. Love that. So that is bonus action. Okay, that's your turn.
Much appreciated.
Next up, Dusty. And you feel a little
as he does that,
life return to your body after facing a pretty grisly ass kicking up until this point.
very much like the last one, he looks in the reflection as he's angling the musket around.
Mm-hmm.
Does the same thing, just over the top.
What's up, Xechas?
This time I'll use my reaction to use the mirror to help him.
Okay, fair. As you're trying to line up a shot in the reflection from the polished steel on your musket, Xechas, allow me, and just holds out a mirror for you, kind of angling it towards the creature so you can do the same thing, but with the musket if you prefer.
Much better. As he puts the pistol away and raises the musket back up.
That mirror came in real clutch, like surprisingly clutch.
We're gonna shoot for it again.
Okay. No disadvantage. 14 is just what you needed.
Let's go. And he's gonna say strike in Draconic to amplify it
with your dragon, your little drake.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Violet.
So as you kind of level the musket, check the mirror to make sure you're lined up good, and pull the trigger, you all see,
one more force.
I guess it'll be the first time for Olga, you see a kind of purple flash kind of follow after the bullet. There's like a bright orange or a bright light as the musket discharges, and then just this almost pressure wave as a force of purple light kind of emits from it and pushes the bullet along a little further. Go ahead and describe what it looks like in that reflection for anyone who's looking. So just you and Xechas as you finish this creature off.
I think with this one, as he shoots, it enters very quickly, and then the purple happens, and it bursts because it's force damage. And it's, instead of like it just collapsing, it just instantly missed.
Okay.
Again.
All right. So you all watch as this shot goes off. You see in the reflection, Xechas, mostly, yeah, I guess Olga wouldn't see this. You see the creature react, and then there's just a bright purple flash, which all of you see, and then the mist just swirls away as this creature dissipates entirely. The whispers around you are getting closer and closer, and you can hear the last sounds of Sarka being destroyed behind you. You know your time is limited. What are you doing? There is a almost 300-pound Goliath on the ground.
Olga, can you pick up Vitekorl? We need you to carry him. It's time to go. We gotta go quick.
What about Bob?
I'm sorry. We can't take Bob. We'll come back if we can.
Okay, let's go. And I'm just gonna do a farmer's carry for a Vitekorl. Just whoop.
Athletics check at advantage because you are still raging at the moment.
Hop, pop. And up, pop. Come on. Much better. 17.
Okay. You slug this Goliath over your shoulder, kind of holding him over, getting him around over both shoulders behind your head, and you just begin taking off into the woods behind Dusty and Xechas, who are immediately following. You see Violet kind of skipping along from tree to stump to rock until it can jump and get onto Dusty's shoulders. You almost have to half catch her as she does, and she coils her way back into the bag, and Dusty just takes off at full speed. And as you all run, make your way what you think is north to the best of your ability, as the whispers in the mist begin to close in all around you, that is where we will end the session for today. So it looks like Olga's going to be with us for a couple weeks.
I'm all about it. I really liked where Olga went with this.
Good times. I want to thank everyone for coming to watch and joining us. Today was a very fun, very exciting game. I was happy to get to throw some little more horror elements in there. Got violent. That was good times. We will be off next week because it is the Canadian election, and it's kind of important for us as a people, as three of us are Canadian, that we watch and follow that. And I wouldn't be able to DM while that's going on. I would be just a little too distracted and preoccupied with that. But we will likely be back doing something else the following week, because I believe JTB has other plans.
Yeah.
It's not an election, but it's pretty cool. It's dog sitting, so like we'll accept it. We'll cancel D&D.
Dog sitting for like $350.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Do it for the money. We will see if we can like figure out like an on the cell phone situation. Otherwise, we're just gonna do like an evil one shot or just play some games. Who knows? It'll be open. It'll be in the air.
I can try to get a laptop. My sister's laptop to work.
Don't worry too much about it. If you can and the option's there, I'm happy to have you. Otherwise, I can plan for an evil one shot, because we kind of need to do one of those, and now feels like a good time. So stay tuned for an announcement on that. Also, don't worry about it, Wizard. We do it every Monday, except for next Monday, of course. And all of our sessions are on the YouTubes if you're interested in checking them out. Where are the YouTubes? There you go. Thank you, Vestium, for popping in as well. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for doing the shout out, Ryan. I think that's about it for me. Also, Emerald, thank you for chatting, hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Jenna, too. Everybody, y'all the best. We gonna find someone to raid out on. So while I do that, I'm gonna pass the floor to Ryan so he can give us a little, spiel about what he has going on at the Little Purple House. And then I'm gonna let all the other players say goodbye, too. Ryan, take it away.
Well, the old Purple House doesn't really ever have much of a schedule besides chaos. We're all every night, every DGen hour. Yeah, you'll see me in the daytime sometimes, but come on over. I'm riding all sorts of waves, whatever ADHD obsession. I call it riding the dragon. It's real fun, and I talk like this almost all the time in one long breath. I'm afraid if I stop talking, I'll die.
That's the
It's
PEI.
fine.
That's Prince Edward Island, didn't you? Them fuckers be talking. Next up, JT. What do you want to say to the good people in chat?
Again, stop into the Discords, both the Purple House and the Apothecary music channel if you want to hear anything that I do vocally. Catch me here on Mondays, and then on Saturdays when we play our random Baldur's Gate, it is me, Rusty, and Chris. We're having a great time. Things haven't gone horribly wrong at all, ever.
Definitely not up to what, 10 TPKs at this point? It's getting up there. It's getting up there.
And just be good people and have a good fucking week.
Hell yeah, have a good fucking week. Chris,
Go out there and fuck.
Any words for the people?
Get out there
JT
and fuck.
pretty much nailed it on the head. Get out there and fuck.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's a good message to end out on.
Yeah, and just don't forget that you have the power of God and anime on your side.
Truth. Truth. All right, we're going to raid out to Ave. She's doing crime scene cleanup. That just sounds fucking awesome. Whatever it is. If you want to, check out the Discord. We do fun shit. Check out the YouTube. All of the D&D sessions are there, including our last campaign, which we ran for 69 whole sessions. Nice.
Yeah, we did.
In the meantime, y'all, I have been Rusty. These have been my friends. Be good to each other. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.